Love that song, White Stripes, Dead Leaves and Dirty Ground. You like the White Stripes, Sherrod?
Love them.
Do you really?
Like? Of course.
Nice.
That's
Very
the
nice.
VH1. They ruled VH1 for a couple years.
They did rule VH1. I like the White Stripes. Good morning, Jim Norton.
Hi, buddy.
God, I wanted to stay to the end of this game.
Oh, that was a good game.
Royals 5, Mets 4, if you're just waking up. I made it to 11:30, and then it turns out I needed to stay up for another 2 hours.
That's crazy.
Game ended at 1:30, I believe.
Yeah.
So how long
1:30
was
in the
game?
morning.
7-hour game?
They went 14 innings.
Yeah. I made it to 12 innings.
It's 5 hours.
You made it to 12.
12
Thanks,
innings.
Travis. You made it to 12 innings.
Yeah, and I was like, it was like 12:30, 12:40, and I'm like, I should go to bed.
Wow. I passed out at 11:30.
But you were trying to make it to the end, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to see it.
And what happened? You just got just exhausted.
I just knew that it was one of these things, hey, this could go 16 innings. I mean, you know, they're going to play it until it's done. So.
Right.
I love that they're using replay now, though. I love it. Like that, what did he steal second, but he was out, but they called him safe, and the replay, they overturned it. That's perfect.
Well, if you got the technology, you might as well.
Yeah.
He felt like he
fucking use
bobbled
it.
the ball, though. He like that ball was bobbling around in his glove.
When Escobar tagged him?
Yes.
Oh, I thought he tagged him, Clint. But I was
the ball, because he scooped it like this off his back when at the end of the play.
I didn't notice that.
What
I
inning?
peeped
What inning did you make it to?
I got to 11:30, so it was right to like the 11th or something like that.
Fuck! I gotta get up.
How many pitches did he use? Is the whole bullpen fucking burnt now?
Bartolo Colon's hair is awful. His fucking hair, he looks like a Roman nickel. Bartolo Colon has the fucking worst hairdo in baseball.
There's a lot of bad hairdos in this World Series.
Bartolo Colon's hair,
but he takes the cake.
It upset me.
It upsets you.
I looked at it as this fucking. It's way high. They did a feature on the Mets' wives in the post of the Daily News over the weekend.
Yes.
They're all married to hot girls.
Oh, I believe it.
And Colon is a hot wife, and I'm like, oh, this fucking dumpy
And she got
1 inning pitcher.
Do you think you would have a hot wife if you were in the major leagues, Jim Norton?
I think so. Yeah, I think that just comes with being a fucking, a very wealthy athlete.
He looks so out of shape.
He looks like a dinosaur with a baseball glove on.
He used to pitch for the Indians, I think.
He did. He started with the Indians.
Yes.
Yep.
He does have kind of a Neanderthal type of look to him, no?
Was his face always this fat?
No.
Wow.
They got fatter.
He's
But
got
he's
that
like
Jerry Lewis steroid face.
Oh, my God.
He actually was busted for steroids.
Was he really?
Yeah, different kind of steroids, but yeah.
Bartolo.
How old is he? He's like 42 or something now?
He's an older guy, yes.
Still effective, though. He's very accurate.
Can't believe it.
So, well, Mets are down 1 game.
And they were up, too, in the ninth.
I
Can't blew a save. He was due.
I can't stay up for these games, even if it was just a 9-inning game.
You know what really blew it? We lost off a fluke. The fluke was that inside the park home run on the first pitch.
To start the fucking game, right.
Nobody saw that shit coming.
No.
Yeah.
Was that the first time ever that's happened?
Since
in the World Series?
1903.
Yeah, it was
in the
like
20s, I think.
Oh, yeah, I remember that game.
1903 or 1913. Yeah, something like that.
Inside the park.
To start
and then
the
there
game.
there
First
was
pitch.
the technical delay, the World Series technical
Oh,
delay.
yeah. What was that about?
2 different times, they just had a screen up saying that there are technical difficulties, please stand by.
Yeah, what year is that?
It was the Fox truck.
But
that used to happen in the 80s.
Right.
When you watched the Mets or something.
Yeah.
Or
and-
their dumb rain delays where they throw some stupid sitcom on for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me a break is on.
Yeah. Like, what happened to my Mets game?
Yeah. People on Twitter went insane, obviously.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
The
Please
fix was
stand
in. That's what I
by.
thought. I thought the fix was in.
Someone should have thrown a little periscope up or something.
They put the international feed up.
Yes.
So you got to watch it, and then they switched it back. The guys in the studio were like, "Oh, I guess we're going live now." It was so awkward.
It was so awkward.
This is how long the game is. I started watching the game. Then I watched the whole Evander Holyfield 30 for 30 to prepare for an interview. And then I went back to the game. And then at 11:30, I'm like, I got to go to bed.
Yeah.
And
You
then
watched
it was
it,
still
right?
another 2 hours after that.
2 more hours after that.
Yes.
So when's game 2?
Tonight.
Wow.
They're right back at it.
They're going to be pitching underhand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had 13 pitchers yesterday.
13 was the final. Wow.
How many you have on your roster? Who's left?
I don't know.
But both teams are fucked. So
Yeah.
I don't know really many of these players. I'll be honest with you.
and the Mets closers. Mets closers still strong.
Of course, now I'm starting to watch baseball again because the Mets are in the World Series. But I don't know shit about this team.
I mean, this is a good team.
Brewer was
Granderson, he was on the Yankees.
Yeah, I know that. Brewer was breaking it down for me at breakfast, trying to catch me up on what I missed this season.
And he's doing like something every day, like before the game.
Sure,
a rally.
We got his video up right now. Let's see what he did after this game.
They've been doing 1 million views, but not this one because they lost.
This one is already up to 100,000 though.
Yeah, he's doing great.
And he made it at 1:30 in the morning. I think he usually makes them at the end of the game, so that's not a bad start to a video.
And I think now he's doing something for Rolling Stone too, like videos for Rolling Stone for the Mets for the World Series. Yeah,
good for Jim.
Yeah,
good for Jim.
Let's play this and see how it went with Brewer.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't think we're pulling this one off. This is going to end right now. Game over.
Why he's not watching it with his buddies?
It's over. He can't.
Oh, he tagged.
Everyone went to sleep.
No way.
Wait. Oh, they scored. Okay.
Son of
Royals, you deserve that victory. Every ounce of it. Dogfight. This was a dogfight, and you bit a lot harder. I mean, La Familia, which is Spanish for I can't believe I blew it. This blew my mind. You get your fans. You stood the whole game. Those fans stood the whole game. This was one of the most exciting games I've ever seen in my life. Bartolo pitched his butt off, but these Royals, you deserve it. And someone's got to stop the moose crossing. That guy's a beast. All right. Most important, though, out of all this,
You can't yell in his house.
No, his kids are
the starting
sleeping.
pitcher tonight, Vasquez, his father passed away. And the fact that he even know it while he's pitching, I think we need to take all energy, both sides, all baseball, and let that guy know we're thinking of him and we send him love.
No, I don't think so.
Because that guy got on the mound tonight while his father passed. And that's above any game and above any situation. So, my heart goes out to you and your family. It was a great victory. My hat's off to them.
Brewer, all quiet in his house.
In his own house. He's clearly in his man cave, and he still can't yell down there.
Whose father died? Who was throwing a baseball while the man who gave them life passed away?
You don't feel?
No,
you
I
don't
don't.
feel for the pitcher?
The starting pitcher.
He found out on the way to the game.
No,
Yeah.
What?
he didn't find out until after he was done.
I heard
really?
he found out before the game.
That's what they reported, but
He killed him,
It
yeah,
wasn't
no.
true.
What did he die of? Was it unexpected?
Heart disease.
But was he like sick when he was heading to the game or no?
He was in the Dominican.
No.
His father.
But meaning, was his dad like all of a sudden a heart attack, or did he know he was really fucked up?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
All I know is that the original reports were that he found out on the way to the game, but then that
They were
turned
wrong.
out
Okay.
to not be true. Yeah, he didn't find out until.
Because I wonder what the right thing to do is.
Well, his family told, like his manager knew, and his family told the manager not to tell him. Like they don't want him to know until after the game.
Right.
So he found out when he came out, and then he left in like the 8th inning, I think.
to be with his family.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it turned out they told him as soon as he was done with his day.
It's like, you thought that was bad.
Yeah, because I thought it was a little weird to tell him on the way, which was initially reported. That would be strange.
The manager told him when he walked out, like he had walked 2 players. He's like, I don't know if I should throw a breaking ball. He's like, all right, first things first. Your dad died. This guy's not as good lefty, so I would try to turn him around.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? All right, well, back at it tonight. Let's go, Mets go.
Let's go.
Fucking let's go, Mets go.
Let's go, Mets go. Yes.
That was a great game, though. I was quite enjoying that. I was shocked that whoever's losing in the moment, I'm rooting for. Like, I could care less either way. Like,
Right.
I think I wanted to see the Royals tie it just because the Mets were winning.
Did Chip make a video too? I like playing the Chip videos right after the Jim Brewer videos. Did Chip make any last night?
He made that one, yeah.
Which one? This one?
Yeah, that was just
all right. Let's
He's trying
play
to
it.
encourage the Met fans.
All right, let's play it.
Embarrassing.
Watch this. This is fucking hilarious. Look at this. Right in his fucking pecker. The ball hit him right in the fucking pecker. Look, right in his fucking pecker. That's the ball that hit his pecker right there. Boy, I bet that's a royal pain in the butt. Let's go, Mets go. Let's go, Mets go. Let's go, Mexico. Fuck yeah, god damn it.
What the fuck, Jimmy?
Bravo.
The reveal at the end of your videos are deeply disturbing.
Play the end. Yeah, right there.
Don't say what it is.
I know.
Let the people see the reveal for themselves. We'll tweet that out. What the fuck?
Chip loves baseball.
Yes, he does.
Oh, man.
He does. He loves baseball.
I don't think that's a prop either.
I don't think so either.
I don't think that's a prop. We'll tweet
There's too many of these. You can't watch them.
We'll
They're
tweet the
embarrassing.
video out for the folks.
It's never about the video. It's just about the things in the background. It's like seeing a little bit into his
It's
world.
the big reveal.
Yeah.
It's the big reveal. You get a lot through these Chip videos.
I love getting it stuck in people's heads, too. People tweeting me how Let's Go Mexico is stuck in their head.
Your foot goes to the right. All the toes go to the right there.
I think I'm angling on the right as well.
Okay.
I believe so.
You got a little right action on your...
Really? That's your only problem there?
Yeah, there's probably
there's problems there. I don't want to acknowledge the other problem. Just want to make it go away like a bad dream.
There's another video I'd like to play. that
Oh,
Chip
sure.
put up last
Yeah,
night.
let's play this.
Don't worry, Metropolitans. This is gonna be an easy home run. The guy's gonna knock it out of the fucking park and stuff, and then the Mets are gonna win the ball game. We're all gonna go fucking bananas. Look at this. Home run city. Watch this shit. This is a home run, I think.
Jimmy.
Oh no, he threw the dirt. It's a replay. Cocksucker.
Please tell me that was a prop. How many props? Was that a prop? Was that a prop?
No, it's juice. I drank my juice.
I see the juice.
Oh, jeez.
What about the thing next to the juice?
Oh, the fucking potatoes. I had a couple of those.
No, not the potatoes.
Oh, the real life one? That's the straightener outer, as I like to call it?
The straightener outer.
Wow.
Oh, that's so
All right, we'll tweet that out too, so you get the big reveal. Just in case you didn't check it out last night. Is there another one?
No, they're all in bad. I can't watch these. I can make them, or I cannot watch them as Jim. It's humiliating. Chip is humiliating.
I hear ya.
I want to see it.
All right, one more, and then we can move on.
this is terrible.
One more
Is this
from
one all
last
right
night.
to play? This one?
I don't even
I'll
know
just
what that
play
one
it.
was.
He thought it was all right. He posted it.
It doesn't matter. There's never a take two.
Fucking hitting starts so the Mets can really start hitting a bunch of home runs. I'll bet you they're gonna strike the goddamn Royals out and then make a home run. I'm going the fucking wrong way. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm so confused. Let's go, Mexico. Let's go, Mexico.
That's fucking crazy.
I loved it.
You loved it, huh?
That was great. I like your little foot action, your little happy feet.
Yeah, the camera was aimed down.
It's a lovely, lovely video. So everyone's getting excited about this World Series.
Yeah.
1:30 in the fucking morning, though. God damn.
Somebody unfollowed Chip, and he goes, unfollowed until after this series, you jinxy sock cucker. He thought I was jinxing the Mets because they blew the game.
Oh,
it's just-
oh, wait, I got to see this one. Because Mr. Kuntz is
Oh,
on
that's
the
when they
field.
told him. They showing when they told him that his father passed.
Is this what this
I
was?
never had video of it.
Oh,
He told him right in the dugout.
No, this is outside. Watch.
this is
I
something
think this is after our hit.
All right, let's see this.
Check this out. I freeze it. Wait for it. Fucking cunts. You get it? Hey, fucking cooters. Number 81 coot. Hey, look, cunts. Put a pecker in cunts. Put a stick of pecker in ya. Fucking cooters 81. Piece of garbage. The TV's fucking broken.
They gotta get rid of that name.
Bravo.
Kuntz.
What's the TV
It's
broken?
Kuntz.
Yeah, well, when I was a caddy, we had Mr. and Mrs. Kuntz. And then they were always correcting us and saying it's Kuntz. It's Kuntz. I'm like, how about you change your name? This is a little rough.
Well, it's like Dinar Kuntz is Koontz. They
Right.
should have changed that to Koontz.
Right, but the Kuntz, that's rough to not think it's Kuntz.
I mean, the kid's got to be going through it in school.
Oh my God! Why would you do that?
Especially the kid's name is Harry.
And Mrs. Kuntz was very, very attractive, very sexy
really?
with her short golfing skirts. And then you would call her Mrs. Kuntz. Nice shot, Mrs. Kuntz. And she would go, "It's Kuntz." And then she'd walk away wiggling her ass. Oh. And you're just a 14-year-old boy with a raging heart on the golf course. Yeah.
Good times.
Good times, yeah.
Throwback.
She was sexy. She would play it up. Yeah.
Nothing better than a sexy older woman when you're fucking.
She probably wasn't even that old. If I'm 14, she was probably mid-30s, maybe upper 30s.
Yeah.
That's old.
That's
I'm
older
47.
for
I'm telling you, that's old. That's old for one.
For 47, I mean, for 14, a 35-year-old woman.
Oh,
Oh,
wow,
my
that
God.
is like, forget it.
But you're finished. As far as being a lady's concerned, in the old Jim Norton's opinion, once the big 3-1 hits, get out.
You're out.
You're out of here.
When I'm out of there.
There was a dentist in Midtown I used to have to go to, and his name was Tushman, but of course he was
Tushman?
Yeah, but he would change it to Tushman. And then I had a continued problem, and he sent me to his colleague, Dr. Kuntzman.
I don't know why we still use those names.
But how
Life is tough enough, and people are assholes to begin with.
Right.
And now you got a name like that that you got to go through life with.
Kuntzman.
What about the gay? What about the gay? The last name Gay.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Only one person pulled that off, Marvin.
Right.
And that's true, yeah.
And when you think Marvin
we saw
Gaye,
how that worked out. We saw how the pressure that family handled the pressure of that name. Dad, why is our last name Gay?
You know, and when Marvin Gaye, he was so famous and so talented, you didn't really think about his last name as much, right?
Yeah, yeah. And the women loved him.
Marvin Gaye, that's right. His
Nobody
last
ever
name's Gaye.
said, I think he might be gay. Nobody ever said that about him.
Right.
Well, no, they don't think you're small.
No.
It seemed...
My middle name isn't.
It seemed very natural just to say Marvin Gaye without, giggling.
Yeah.
Without giggling like an idiot. What's up with this Dykstra before we move on from baseball?
He's got so many stories. Well, now he's saying that he spent $500,000 to investigate referees and umpires. So he can get dirt on them and blackmail them. And then I found out he led the league in walks.
Right.
So is it something to the story?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, "You think that was a coincidence?"
The umpires were a little fucking scared.
How is that not illegal? Like, is there a
Well,
no, but I mean, can he not go to jail now, or is there a?
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure
statute.
it's all hearsay.
I don't think look how old he looks now.
Let's play this clip of Lenny Dykstra.
Well, he's been in and out of prison, so that'll do it.
In and out
today.
of prison, and he was extremely rich for a while on the market and lost all that shit.
He's broke now, right?
I believe so, unless he's made a comeback.
Why was he in prison? I don't know
either.
He looks like he's 80 years old.
What's his last name?
Dykstra.
Fucking hilarious.
Another one, right?
That is another one. Let's play this.
I heard stories. You used to keep a book on umpires. You were very smart that way.
Well, a little more than that.
What'd you do?
What did you do?
I said, I need these umpires. So what do? I just pulled $500,000 out and I hired a private investigation team. Follow them. Their blood's just as red as ours. Some of them like women, some of them like men, some of them gamble, some of them do whatever.
So you had PIs tracking umpires through your career or just a few years?
No, like after I got the money, when I was trying to get the money. It wasn't a coincidence you think that I led the league in walks the next few years, was it?
So you really think...
I don't think I know.
Did you bribe him?
No, fear does a lot to a man. Hey, so did you cover last night? You call it a strike. Oh, I don't think you heard me. Did you cover the spread last night? Next. Did you?
He's doing a strike zone.
Have you told anybody else this?
You're the first one, man. And one in my book.
That's pretty good.
It gets better.
But basically you're saying you had a dossier on umpires and you found, if they were cheating around on their wife or doing something like that?
Hey, look, I had to do what I had to do to win and to support my family.
Jesus.
What a creep.
he comes across creepy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so creepy.
I get it.
Fuck.
I believe him.
Invested in himself.
He was a good player too.
Yes.
He was a good player.
He was a very good player.
Scrappy.
But him and Jose Canseco,
Right.
they seem real grimy.
Yeah.
Just grimy dudes.
I remember there was, there's some shot of him when he was in trouble for bankruptcy, something. Yeah, he walked out of court and gave interviews with a piece of licorice hanging out of his mouth.
Good old Lenny Dykstra.
Wow, man.
He was a tough player, though.
How much did he lose, money-wise?
He lost a fortune. He was very rich from the market.
I think he had originally purchased Wayne Gretzky's house, like, a $17 million house, and then defaulted on paying the mortgage.
Yeah, I remember he made way more money outside baseball than you know.
Did he blow it or did the market crash kill him in 2008?
I think there was some
credit card fraud.
Yeah, there were some illegal
rent,
dealings in there.
Bounce checks.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah. His son plays, doesn't he?
I don't know.
I thought his son played ball.
I'm not sure. I don't
So
know.
that doesn't make it easier.
Right.
With the umpires knowing that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That kid's going to have a huge strike zone. Fucking chin to tootsies.
The side of a barn.
Yeah. Steer right. He hasn't thrown it yet. I know. But I sense it's going to be. It's like an injustice for all. Your Honor, my client has not been found guilty. You're right. But exactly 10:30, he will be guilty. Remember that?
Yes.
He's also in the steroid report that came out a few years ago. The
Sure.
report.
Well.
Oh, I'm sure he did that. If he's
a lot of those
bribing
guys.
umpires, he's definitely taking drugs.
So I took a break from the Mets game to watch the 30 for 30 called Chasing Tyson about Evander Holyfield. Pretty fascinating 30 for 30.
Yeah.
Holyfield never really got the respect because, he was boxing when Tyson was boxing, and he always felt like he was just chasing Tyson.
Yeah.
For titles and respect and everything else.
Yeah, he never got the fights that he wanted at the time that he wanted.
But he also
Tyson.
was a manufactured heavyweight, if you remember.
What you mean?
He went up in weight. Yeah.
He went up in weight. He was a true cruiserweight, and then they're like, "Look, man, the money and the fame is at the heavyweight division." So he was manufactured. He gained the weight and trained as a heavyweight and did incredibly well.
He's a hard-hitting son of a bitch.
I don't know if he's a hard-hitting son of a bitch. He didn't knock out a lot of guys.
But you don't got to knock him out to be a hard-hitting motherfucker.
A lot of guys went the distance with him. That was another reason why he didn't get the respect, because Tyson's, wins were amazing, knocking him out in a minute or two.
If Tyson wouldn't have bit him, he would have knocked Tyson's ass out.
Yeah, he would have.
I think Tyson admits that now, or no, maybe doesn't admit that, but he knew he was not going to win that fight, both fights. And the second one, he got so frustrated that he couldn't get to Evander Holyfield, because Holyfield was a better boxer as far as the fundamentals go, and he couldn't get to Holyfield, and that's when Tyson got so frustrated that he bit his ear twice.
Yeah,
twice.
I was in Vegas when that happened.
Were you really?
Yes. It was crazy. And that's when the fight happened in MGM right after.
Yeah, because then Tyson's losing his mind when they disqualified him. And then remember, the police had to get in the ring and try to calm Tyson down and everybody else down.
The MGM was a fucking Fallujah, motherfucker.
Right.
It was mayhem. People was flipping tables, people grabbing chips, jumping behind the counter, grabbing cash.
Yeah.
On the news, it was like NBA players caught on camera stealing chips at the MGM.
Yeah.
I remember being there. Ironically, I was out there at a weird a plastic ear convention. It was such a bizarre coincidence. Boy, they cheered in that room. We had no idea that was coming.
Prosthetic ear convention?
I couldn't. Yes, that would have been a better word to say prosthetic ear. I said plastic ear.
It's strange because the first fight that he had with Tyson bowed him at the end, basically, at the press conference, said, "Hey, I just want to shake your hand. You were the better boxer today, and I bow to you and your skills, and you deserved this win." He was quite the gentleman, and then with the second fight ending how it did, he just couldn't take how he was so frustrated by Holyfield. But it wasn't fair to either fighter that they finally fought in, I think, 96, I want to say.
Yeah.
Because they were set up to fight in 1990. And, Holyfield was going to fight Tyson after the Buster Douglas fight. He was the next guy. They pretty much had a contract that was either signed or was about to be signed. And then, of course, Buster Douglas, beat Tyson. So then Holyfield fights Douglas now. An out-of-shape Douglas. So he doesn't get respect for, beating up on Douglas.
Yeah, Douglas was a fat boy when he fought Holyfield.
And what is fat? What fat is back then? 8 to 10 pounds heavier. That's all he was. But they said it made all the difference in the world that he was that much bigger.
When you're supposed to be like a, finely tuned machine, a fighting machine, it's going to tilt you.
I want to know what Buster Douglas is doing now. I'm curious. I heard years later he was just getting fat watching Raging Bull.
Really?
He was just he just took the money and ran. He was smart.
Yeah, let's look it up. And then, so they were supposed to fight in 90. Then they were supposed to fight in 92. And then Tyson had all those legal problems and went to jail.
The Cosby stuff?
The Cosby stuff.
His Cosby years?
I don't believe. I believe Tyson on that whole thing.
Oh, on the rape thing?
Yeah, if you read his book, wow, there's a lot of evidence in there that he got fucking railroaded.
I mean, he would be the easiest person to railroad into some rape charge if you...
Well, they all were railroading him. Robin Givens' mom was involved with railroading Tyson. Don King was railroading Tyson. Everyone had their hand out. And And then Tyson finally gets out of jail, and they finally fight in '96, 6 years after the fact that they were going to fight, both in their prime. Could you imagine those fights in 1990 instead of '96?
Holyfield, I think, would have won anyway, to be honest.
In '90?
Yeah. His style just seemed to be better for, I don't know.
And he could take a punch.
Yeah. Tyson was ferocious back in '90 as well, though.
But a lot of that was fear, too. A lot of people feared him before they got into the ring with him. I don't think Holyfield ever did.
No, he wasn't. I think he beat him in the amateur ranks. I thought they fought in the amateur ranks and Holyfield beat him.
But the 30 for 30 is good. It's called Chasing Tyson, and
I thought it was about Sicily. I was very disappointed. When I saw the boxing. I was like, oh no. I had a whole thing on Sicily Tyson. I was hoping it was her, for Pete's sake.
What was bustin' loose like? What was it like on the set?
That's all I talked to her about. Was Richard nice to you? I've always wondered.
Did he really drive the bus?
Yeah, exactly. Was that a prop bus? Sicily, go. It's on you.
But you know, he got a little respect by the end. Holyfield, 4-time champion.
But what went on with his financials? Then he lose his house.
They all end up losing. He had one of those mega mansions, right?
Don't 50 Cent or somebody some nonsense on it.
He pretty much bought a university and turned it into his house. It was so fucking big.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing about Holyfield, which was really strange, when he had that heart issue. Remember the heart issue that made him retire temporarily?
Yeah.
And then some hinted that that's what happens if you're on the steroids. And there's a good clip in this 30 for 30 where Bryant Gumbel asked him about the steroid thing, and he denied it. But he went to a faith healer, and there's a clip of him going up. I forgot the faith healer's name.
For his heart disease?
Went up. The guy did the famous put his hand to his chest. Holyfield falls backwards on the ground on the stage. And next thing you know, he's like, look, don't take my word for it. Jesus is fixing his heart right now, as Holyfield's on the ground. And he goes, you don't have to take my word. Go back to the doctors. You'll see. And then soon after that, they decided that he was misdiagnosed, actually, and he never really had a heart issue.
Wow.
But seeing Holyfield with the faith healer, I'm like, oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
I do not believe in the faith healers.
No.
Not even a little bit.
Carnies. I call them all carnies.
Could you find that clip? Because it's really uncomfortable to watch. Holyfield buying into the faith healer and falling down.
Was he on the ground like...
He loses his strength and falls backwards, and he's on the ground. He's on the ground. It's in the 30 for 30. I don't know if that clip was ever out. It had to be out there.
It must be, because the guy who did it is named Benny Hinn.
Yeah, Benny Hinn.
Yeah, he's a famous guy for...
Benny Hinn.
Doesn't he wear like big...
Oh, his show is hilarious. The Benny Hinn show. Remember that? Oh, my God.
I love Hinn's Angels.
Oh, those girls.
Good old Benny Hinn.
I know. I wish we had the music. The old Benny Hinn music.
Yakety sack.
Those nurses with their big boobies running around. God, that used to be like hardcore porn when I was growing up. The Benny Hill show.
I used to jerk off to the HBO specials.
Oh, my God.
The unexpurgated Benny Hill. Yeah.
Then the old man used to smack his head.
Yeah.
Do you have the Holyfield
What was that about?
Benny Hinn clip? If you could find that.
It's the Benny Hinn music. Too late.
You're an ass.
Little top of it. That guy must have hated that. I mean, his head's just touched by another man.
It always entertained me.
So every week that guy would flip through the script and be like, oh, he hits me in the head again. God damn it.
God damn him.
Benny Hill. I can do other things.
You think Benny Hill holds up today? Growing up, I loved that fucking show.
Take a look.
I loved it.
There was one day Eric and I got really, really fucking high, and we were watching Benny Hill, and this little girl went up and fed a dog. Little dog was there, and he fed it a biscuit, and the biscuit dog ate the biscuit. Yeah. Then she walked to the back end where there should be a tail, and there was another dog head that ate the biscuit, and it was the most fucked up thing we'd ever seen.
When you were high?
Yeah, that was like, holy fuck, two-headed dog. But no, it doesn't hold up.
Benny Hill.
Well, I remember the sign, the brilliant sign was, he went to the office and said, the rapist.
Yep. Yeah.
And then just put it in his therapist. First time I saw that, I went fucking bananas.
Yeah.
I ran around the house screaming with joy at the brilliance of Benny Hinn. I was so happy that happened. Therapist. I got it. He would do those weird poems.
Yeah.
Benny Hill.
Yeah.
You know, there was a young fella, and then that fella said, and it was just all these weird fucking things that probably would not fly.
He was a straight freak.
Well, I don't know if he was a straight freak.
No, not straight.
What, Benny?
Benny Hill, yeah.
Wasn't
No.
I heard he's gay.
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you messed
So
it up.
he must have been a great actor because, man, his eyes would pop out of his head when he saw the big boobs.
Yeah.
Actually, one of those girls, the Hills Angels, was the maid in Frasier, right?
I don't know.
Like Daphne or whatever her name was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was one of the Hills Angels.
I don't know.
I just want to see this. I want to show these guys the Holyfield clip because it's really uncomfortable.
Oh, this
I got my screener. We could just go to my my email and get it.
He did this
like
at that huge church, like one of these.
Yes.
Oh, this is a whole production.
We should probably ask him about it, but he's going to be.
That's one of my questions.
Is it really?
Of course. Commander Evander, when you were touched, go ahead, walk us through it now.
He'll probably be. He's a man of the Lord, so.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on, the faith healing, that's a little strange, right? A lot of people buy into it, though.
I think it's silly.
They cured him.
I will not say that to him. I do think
the Amazing Randy has proven that it's all bullshit, though.
I mean,
watch the Amazing Randy documentary. He does a whole thing on the faith healers.
He doesn't care for them.
With the they use the radio waves and all that crap.
That was a very good documentary on Randy. Who was the guy he busted?
Papa Popple, something like that. He went on Carson. And basically told the world that this guy's full of shit, and he played the video or the audio
right.
where he's in the audience and hears his wife giving him signals about the people that he's about to bring up on stage.
Uri Geller?
No, he did Uri Geller as well, but Pop.
That's great.
Papa something.
And the guy's still around doing it, too.
Yeah, people deserve to lose their money. Like, you're that stupid. You deserve to have no money.
You could grab that clip on Carson. That one is definitely out there. I forgot it.
Peter Popoff.
Popoff, thank you.
Peter Popoff.
Peter Popoff.
That's a good name, though.
Yeah. But can you imagine, back in the day when Carson had a massive audience, you're going on there and busting the guy?
Yeah.
That guy sitting somewhere going, oh, fuck. But in the end, it didn't hurt his career too much.
Right.
I think he started selling water and stuff, some of the holy water.
Did he really?
I believe so.
Popoff?
I believe so.
Well, he filed bankruptcy the year after Amazing Randy exposed him.
Yeah, definitely hurt him.
Yeah.
No, but he continued his career, is my point.
Yeah.
If I was Peter Popoff, whenever I was going to come in a girl's mouth, I would just yell my name. That's how I warn her. Tell me when you're going to come. Peter Popoff! And she moves her head, gets it up her nose and in her eye. I didn't know what you were doing.
Peter Hungry.
Yeah, then Peter Hungry.
Obviously, it hurt his career, but my point is that it didn't destroy his career. You would think that would be it for your
I would
career.
think so.
But he was still able to find people to believe in his, in my humble opinion, his bullshit.
He continues to offer his Russian miracle spring water on late night infomercials in the U.S. and Canada.
I told you with the water.
Yeah.
People deserve to lose their money. It's great.
Oh, man.
Trap dog?
I agree.
Oh, I think you're coming.
I was going to whisper something into Opie's ear.
That was,
Why? Why
Riddick
should he
Bowe?
be so lucky?
Was that the Riddick Bowe fight?
What are you whispering?
To hear a little whisper.
The Bourdain just checked in.
Early.
Yes.
Early for the Bourdain. I like that.
Nice. Oh!
That was Kevin Neely, yeah.
Look at these motherfuckers punch each other.
We can have Anthony come in early. I like
Yes, we can.
So, Anthony, tell me, what is your favorite food? Go ahead. Do you enjoy once in a while just eating something that you probably should? What's your guilty pleasure? Tell us. I'm going to ask him that again.
And by the way, it's before this, Eric Stengel, because this is the Tyson fight.
Hold on.
See, we're trying to find the faith healer thing really fast, but it's wow, that's not. That's them. Tyson going to jail. Okay. And there's Holyfield running. Oh man, I want to show these guys this.
He'll be in here. We could
do it during the break.
Yeah, so we're showing when he's here. Say, what was that about? Comment. I'll say it to him aggressively. I'll hit his arm. Comment. What is that? You, talk to us. He's in the best shape probably of any human ever.
I'm telling you.
It was before that, because that was the Brian Gumble asking about the steroids.
That motherfucker's body looks like it's made out of stone.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was probably in the best shape of any fighter, right?
Ever in history.
I think in history.
Very tough man.
Riddick Bowe gave him a nice fight.
Now, you think that's because he worked his way up to be a heavyweight, that his body was in...
I don't know.
Yeah, those guys usually walk around at that weight anyway. So that probably was not that big a jump for him. I mean, because you probably walked around heavy and then cut weight to fight. So you just got to kind of cut less weight.
Yeah.
By the way, this is spoken by somebody who has tendonitis and is just now lifting 3-pound weights. In order for me to come off like a real boxing fucking aficionado. Here's how they cut weight. I wouldn't know any of that stuff. I have no idea what that means.
But that sounded like you knew.
Yes, it did.
You're good, Jimmy.
Ask Anthony Bourdain about food.
Riddick Bowe should have had a better fucking career than he did.
Yeah.
He did all right, obviously.
He did all right, yeah, definitely. But he
beat Holyfield.
He wants to come on the show, by the way.
Huh?
Riddick wants to come
I
on
would
the
love
show.
to have Riddick
He lives
Bowe.
in Maryland now, right? He's a security guard at a high school or something like that.
Is he really? Is that what he does? Oh.
In Maryland. I know he did do that. I don't know if he's still doing it, but he was doing that.
And he got some good paydays. So he's another
But he
guy
was rich, though. He's a rich dude. He just worked at a high school, and I guess that he went to in Maryland in PG County.
So he was able to keep some of his money?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because Riddick Bowe beat Holyfield, and then Holyfield beat him in the rematch.
Yeah.
I asked Tyson if there was, or someone asked Tyson if there was anybody he wouldn't have fought because they were close. And he said, I think Riddick Bowe, because he liked him and he grew up in the same neighborhood as him.
Right.
He was a very good fighter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where's Bourdain? There it is.
I found it.
You just had it.
Yeah, I know. I found it.
Which would be perfect as we get Anthony Bourdain.
I don't know. I'm on the ground. The Lord is telling me right now, He is repairing Holyfield's heart completely. And there's another. He said, don't take my word. Go back, tell the people, check your heart.
Bet you got checked before that.
Yeah.
How do you feel? What have you been told by doctors? I feel good. What are your plans? Plan to go home and get some more rest. Champ, what did the doctors tell you? Well, it's that I'm doing better. Any plans to return to the rings?
Yeah, anyway, they basically said he was misdiagnosed. So, but what do you think of that? Him falling back like that?
He's just lucky he wasn't hurt. Then he broke his back and couldn't fight anymore.
I mean, people will, I don't want to get on people's religion, but come on, man. Falling all out and dude.
What is that? It's an emotional rush. There's something to it. People do. But what happens to you when that happens?
I don't know. I would love to have it. I would love to have that feeling.
Anthony Bourdain, yes. What's up, buddy?
How are you,
sir?
So you've kept the weight off.
How's it going?
Still look very slim.
Yeah, he's kept the weight off. What's going on, man? It's early.
Yeah, it's early.
It's early.
Are you still training?
Yeah, I'm headed off after this.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I binge watched Parts Unknown because I was way behind, and I got notes.
Okay.
I love that you've incorporated more of the fighting into the show. Wherever you go, you're finding the locals, and you're allowing them to train you and beat you up a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
And you also are learning from them as well. But I love that you've added that more into the show.
I don't think I can get away with it for that long. I mean, I built one show around training in San Francisco at this Blend Academy, and there was a little bit. I mean, I'm interested in martial arts, but it's not. I mean, this is not going to be a continuing theme.
But it's nice. It's a nice little twist on the show.
I am getting my ass kicked in gyms around the world, though. I mean, wherever I go to whatever broke-ass version of an academy. I mean, whether it's Budapest, Kuching, Kuala Lumpur, it's the level of aggression changes a lot.
Sure.
Some gym. I mean, people are nice in jiu-jitsu everywhere, but what's considered an okay move differs greatly in Budapest and New York. Grabbing somebody with the chin at the top of the head and spinning to the moon is acceptable in some places and not so much in others. And
know what I'm learning? You're in very good shape, and you said on the show that just the warm-ups you can't get through because these guys are just ridiculous with the warm-ups.
Time to get to the point that I could just keep up with the class.
Right.
I was
the Okinawa episode where those guys are doing the warm-ups where they're hitting their own knuckles and knees and feet with bats
with 2x4s. And it's horrendous.
They're doing what?
What? They outstretch their feet. With the bare feet, toes out, and just bang, 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 bang with a 2x4 repeatedly.
It was hard to
know
walk around.
Girls exist, knuckles. Right? They know as women are walking around, they can do other things.
It was painful to watch.
It was hard to watch. These guys weren't taking it lightly either. And what is it? They're trying
to build up micro fractures.
Yes.
Which then heal and ostensibly create a more solid and dangerous bone structure and muscle structure.
Is it callus? It's like almost like those guys that do
bone callus.
Thai fighting do a lot of those shin kicks, and I think that's they have that.
Yeah, when my wife is doing, she used to do a lot of kickboxing, less so now. they'd hold her down and take a rolling pin and run it up and down her shin till it turns all black and blue.
Oh, gosh. Wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you take any shots with the 2x4s?
No way, man. I'm not having any.
The one just hitting his toes really hard. I'm like, that's crazy. And then they're doing all sorts of stuff on their knuckles and their...
Yeah, that was super hardcore.
That was an amazing scene.
What's the knuckles? What do they do for the knuckles?
Well, they're punching concrete, and punching walls to build up these giant knob-like knuckles. They look like meat hooks.
And they were walking across the floor in weird ways, too.
Yeah.
To just
and also
mess up
ramming their thumb, like their bent thumb into things. I mean, you break your own thumb if you hit something like this, but not these guys. They're building up that.
We're all pussies when we stub our toes. It's that type of thing. But they're doing it on purpose. It was that was amazing. The San Francisco episode, I didn't realize that Google and Twitter are completely changing that town until I watched your show.
Tech companies,
but those two in general, and then you got other tech companies coming out of there, and they're changing the whole feel of the city.
Yeah, look, and it's an open question. I mean, a lot of people who lived in San Francisco or born in San Francisco will soon not be able to live in San Francisco. You see that everywhere. It's the gentrification or yuppification or, hipster invasion, whatever.
Yeah.
It's to what extent that's a natural and unavoidable process or something that should be fought against. The tooth and nail is up in the air. But I mean,
hipsters move into places when they're really bad. Like, I'll say this for hipsters: they move into Bedford-Stuyvesant,
I grew up there, you son of a bitch.
That's a tough area, and these guys go in there when it's long before the fucking the white conquistadors. It's just these guys and the neighborhood. Yeah. And they're comfortable being there. So the hipsters are, to me, there's no hipsters.
And they're smart. They wait it out, and then a few years go by, and they're millionaires.
Cheap? No, they get pushed out. It's like they open a cheap gallery, a little gallery in a rundown area because the rents are affordable, or a studio. Mm-hmm. Then, of course, because there are artists there, some little restaurant or coffee bar will open. Then the landlords, jack up the rent, and suddenly there's, Marc Jacobs is in there, and Victoria's Secret, and pretty soon you get hordes of people vaping, and people in man buns vaping.
The other thing about the San Francisco or the Bay Area episode, the guy, I think it was that episode, the guy that is doing affordable food, like fast food, that's healthy.
Yep.
In a bad neighborhood, and he's a well-respected chef.
That's a Michelin star chef, great chef. Him and his partner is Roy Choi of the Kogi Trucks in Los Angeles.
Sure,
they've decided to build an affordable, healthy fast food operation called Local that they're specifically targeting. I think the Mission District or the Tenderloin. I'm not sure which in San Francisco. Watts. Ferguson, places like Camden, they're looking what are called food deserts, places where people's diet is really unhealthy. They're eating a lot of overpriced convenience food.
They don't have access
to a lot of
stuff.
markets, and they believe that you can serve a fast food burger, for instance, that's actually healthy and affordable, and they're looking to change the world, and I wish them luck.
It's pretty amazing to attempt that, because I think it's $3 or something like that. How do you make money?
I think the point is they're trying to figure out how do we make healthy food that's available quickly, at prices that people can afford.
Right. I know it's not part of the new season, but I finally saw the Beirut episode.
Mm-hmm. Which one?
The one from last year, I guess. The second time you went there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I learned a lot. That city's crazy, and you said it's one of your favorite places to go in the world.
I love it. One of our producers who's been there a couple of times with us just went there on vacation.
Wow,
it is an amazing, amazing place. There's everything right and wrong with the world in one really awesome city, and it's. All this terrible, awful, hopeless, depressing stuff is going on there, but also all this really... You go to a restaurant in Beirut and you look around and there's like Hezbollah over here and a former Christian militia group over there at another table and, women in hot clothes over there, and it just... Groups of people all eating in the same restaurant. It kind of makes no sense that they would or could get along. But everybody's got this sort of a tacit understanding that we don't want to mess this up. We all, whatever else, we enjoy this weird suspension of reality that Beirut is.
In the whole city?
Look, I even went into the Hezbollah neighborhoods, and
yeah, you went into that one house.
It's a complicated place that doesn't make a lot of sense. It teaches you that if you're sitting around here running your mouth about the Middle East, it's worth a trip to Beirut, where you really see how much you don't know and how complicated it is, and what it could be and what it might not be.
It's worth going there as long as the war doesn't break out. The first time you went there, all hell broke out.
When you were there, I went, I got taken off the beach by the Marines.
Yeah, remember that episode?
Yeah,
and then
but I still love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a very exciting place. The food's great.
I love your show, and usually sit back and just relax and watch. But Beirut, I was almost on the edge of my seat. I'm like, this place is nuts. I think someone explained it as like living on the edge of a volcano.
It's a party town, too. I mean, you got a huge refugee problem. All your bad actors are all living there.
Oh, I should move.
And yet it's a notorious party town.
Are there a lot of like attacks in these restaurants where there's like no? They're pretty.
There's a little bit just because of the Syrian situation. There is, but that's not really.
Yeah,
I mean, look, at its worst during the Civil War, it was 15 or so years of just horrendous violence and.
Because it's like the reference, like when you talk about a shitty neighborhood, you're like, oh, it's like Beirut. Like it became like the reference of a place that's kind of messed up.
Beirut is totally awesome.
What do they call it? The Paris of the Middle East or something like that?
It was and still kind of is in a lot of ways. I mean,
yeah, you said it perfectly on the show. You said there's all these different religions, and on Sunday they're all worshiping at very different places, but they go to the same restaurants.
Yeah,
that was a pretty interesting statement, to say the least. And then Hezbollah is a problem for ISIS, right?
What kind of a world do we live in where essentially it's us? I mean, they're arch enemies of Hezbollah. Hezbollah is supported by Iran.
Yes,
to say the least.
Yes,
they are. Their ideological and religious and geopolitical opponents, I mean, arch enemies, is ISIS. ISIS wants to destroy the holy places of the Shiite religion. As a result, Shiites would very much like to, get their hooks into ISIS. So, and they're on the ground, and they're on the ground in great numbers, and they're, if nothing else, they are a dangerously competent outfit.
Yeah.
So,
organized, well funded. They're a real problem for ISIS.
They're a big problem for everybody.
Of course.
It's coincidentally, I don't know whether the enemy of our enemy is our friend in this case, but we certainly have that in common.
Yes.
So, are you fighting?
Me?
Besides training, or are you just training? You don't actually want to fight.
I might compete next year. I might, now that in my category there is an old dude division, so I want to break some old dude's hip. I think that would be really great.
You spar all the time. You're
every day.
I'm fascinated with that, because I've always wanted to do it, but I can't do it. I'm 47 now. I can't. But
I started at 58, and I go into rooms. I trained in Maui. I walk in, and it's nothing but these South Pacific guys, these huge upper bodies, and covered with tattoos, smiling at me. It's like waiting to get at me. Look, I get thrown around like a doggy chew toy most of the time, but it's fun.
Have you adjusted how you do the show? Because you were a big partier and ate whatever you wanted.
I'm thinking about what I'm not doing. I'm not doing tequila shots tonight when I know that 7:00 tomorrow morning I'm going to be getting squashed by some 22-year-old college wrestler.
Right. Yeah, take a Cialis.
Oh, man. Who films your show? Because it is shot beautifully.
So great.
It is that alone is just some of those shots you guys come up with.
We have a small group of people who we've been working with for all of my career. I've been with a production company called 0.0 Production. Right. And we're a very tight unit, as you could probably guess. There's not a lot of turnover on the show. People are happy to do it. I have total creative freedom to make the show any way I want, wherever I want, tell the story however I like, stylistically. And the camera guys are free to, have a few beers and say, I have this really awesome idea. I'd like to tell the whole story backwards. or let's rip off that cool Queens of the Stone Age video, or some movie. So let's try this. I just want to be strange and different every week, and so I'm very supportive of the people who work with me doing something completely new, even if it's a really stupid idea.
Speaking of that, in the Beirut episode, you peppered in some True Romance music, I noticed.
Yes, we are always pay a lot of attention to music. We have we have somebody who scores each show like a film.
Yeah.
Instead of getting music library stuff, you'll notice all the reality shows, it's the same. Oh no, it's sad music again from every other show. We actually have a score put together either from local musicians or the San Francisco show. We reached out to Harley Flanagan, formerly of the Cro-Mags, to do a thrash metal.
Which was perfect for that episode.
We pay a lot of attention to what's it sound like, what does it look like, what's the editing style.
Well, the madness of Beirut, and then I call it the True Romance music. It's the steel drums and all. I don't know who the band actually is that did that.
But believe me, when we were doing it, I said we need that, something like True Romance.
It was perfect how you threw that in there. So,
do you shoot week to week, or do you shoot a shitload and then cut them all together and do voiceover?
I'll be shooting one show in Greece and screening 3 other episodes at the same time. While I'm shooting one, I'll be looking at 3 others and doing the writing and notes for editing. And
you do all that? Okay, I didn't realize you
do all the writing.
How often do you wake up and not know where the fuck you are?
It's funny. I try to pick out hotels that immediately I know where I am when I wake up. Maybe places I've been before. In America, it honestly is the most. That happens the most. If look, Dallas and Houston. I'm all for them, but they kind of look the same. When you wake up in the morning and you look out the window, there's this moment I don't know where I am. I know I'm in America somewhere, but it's the same. Chili's and Victoria's Secret and. Sort of the same businesses, and the skyline is, to me at least, as a New Yorker, not that different. But yeah, there are sometimes I wake up and I don't know what language I should be,
and that
kind of speaking,
listening for,
and that leads to Cuba. How every city is the same, and that's what you're worried about, and most people are worried about, that Cuba's just going to turn into this. There's your Starbucks, and there's your W Hotel, and Victoria's Secrets.
But, I say that because I'm a privileged Western guy who I don't want to see unspoiled, beautiful. I mean, Havana's incredibly beautiful, but it's also completely broke,
poor, and falling apart. Right?
And they'd be all too happy to have a W Hotel and a Starbucks, and I think their reaction would be, fuck you, man. You have a flat screen TV. I want one. Talk about unspoiled. I mean, those vintage cars. They're not too sentimental about them. They're like a new car.
We think they're amazing, but to them, they're like, screw this. We've had this car for 30 years.
Yeah. We look at that stuff new. Like, let me go down there and look at this place. Because we like to get away from the great shit we have.
Yeah. Right.
Like, if that's all you had was a 1958 Buick, you'd be over it very quickly.
All the shit over the years that the communists have done and said, and all the shit over the years that the Cuban expats have said, it really, at this point, it sort of doesn't, none of that matters. Things are happening. Naturally, meaning it's all going to change. It's all changing, and the toothpaste is out of the tube.
And within 5 years, it's going to be a completely different place.
Be much sooner than that.
Much sooner. And they're not going to be able to hold those big companies back. There's no way, unfortunately.
I don't know how it's going to go, but I think that it's just going to be a huge rush to go and to see and to get back to whatever extent. I don't know I don't know what it's going to be like. They don't have enough hotel rooms, I can tell you that.
You think the money will trickle down to the people? Kind of like Atlantic City. You go down there and you see those amazing hotels and stuff.
Not a lot of trickling down.
None. I mean, as soon as you go a block or two off the strip, it is a scary place, Atlantic City.
I think they're going to have to, they had their revolution. They lived through Batista. They were clearly, that didn't work. I think hopefully they'll be more, it will be more equitable.
Right.
Hopefully the companies that go in will be sensitive to that.
Right.
Cubans are very proud.
Yeah.
They may not be happy, in my experience, they may not be happy at all with the system they live with. But on the other hand, they're very proud of what they aren't and some things that they do have.
Where's the place where the people are the happiest that you have noticed so far?
Scandinavia, like Denmark.
Scandinavia and Denmark.
Look.
Who wants to live there?
I hate happy countries.
It's annoying.
If everything works, everything's free, cradle to grave. We're all educated and happy, and it's a misery. I like.
You like turmoil.
I like hot, passionate, sweaty countries with spicy food where people argue about everything. I mean, especially the food. That's always nobody argues about the food in like Denmark.
Yeah.
Passionate arguments over who makes the best herring. The food's good there. We're getting great.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean in Italy, it's constant argument about food, or much of Southeast Asia. Food should be worth arguing about.
Sure. That's funny.
If you do your whole show yourself, do you ever
I don't do it all myself.
But I mean, like, no one's telling you what to do. But do you ever go down there, come back, and then editing think, oh my God, we didn't shoot enough? Like, how do you know when you have enough where you've all right, now it's time to move on? I work with
a lot. We block out what we need as far as hours and all that, and we have a plan. And if plan A, we don't necessarily know what order we're going to do things.
Right.
We kind of hope. And we know that if we just lost the Turkish oil wrestling scene, we need something to fill that. And if you haven't seen Turkish oil wrestling, let me tell you, the Istanbul show coming up, that's some pretty disturbing shit.
Really?
Is it men or women?
It's men in tight leather pants, greasing up with olive oil, and check it out, because the only way they can grab hold of each other is if they slide the hand right down the ass crack or the front. It looks like guys laying around in a big salad giving each other reach arounds. It's unbelievable.
Is it a sexual thing?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, they're wearing a leather pants.
And they had these bus tours that apparently would go see them, and they forbade them. They were like, no, this is super macho.
Why leather pants though?
Yeah, they like Rick James, so
there's something going on. That's weird homoerotic stuff.
Yes, and oil down in leather pants wrestling.
Look at that.
He's got his hands down his pants.
Come on,
please explain this tent in my pants right now, please. That's
I think
homoerotic.
we sent this to Barry White.
He's reaching right down the front of his pants.
That's homoerotic, dude. And it's fine that it is, but that's what it is.
But come on, how did this begin? That they decided they needed leather pants?
Because they probably think being gay there is a sin, and they'll throw you off a building for it. So they try to find different ways to do it. Like, how do we do this where we touch each other, but no one's going to think that we're gay? I used to throw some oil on each other and get those leather trousers. We'll all sit around and watch it.
And it's all dudes watching.
Come on.
Oh, there's some kids there, too.
Yeah, that is really strange.
Look at that.
This is not.
This is strange, Anthony.
I'm really.
I was lucky enough.
I'm glad I introduced you to this exciting sport.
I was lucky enough to be in Istanbul for a few hours. What an amazing place!
Yeah, great food.
The Blue Mosque and all that. They controlled where we walked because it's a little scary.
They love a tight jean over there, don't they?
I don't know.
No, I love it. It was Ramadan a few years ago, and last time I was there. It was Ramadan, highest, holiest day in Islamic faith, and they give tours of the Blue Mosque during certain hours. And I look, and there online is this young woman with her parents. She's like 17, in like this total Daisy Dukes outfit. Like the little cut-off shorts riding up the crack of her ass, midriff there. Hair all teased out. I'm like. It's like a Van Halen video from 1976.
Sure.
I say, wait a minute. At some point when you're changing in the hotel room, neither of your parents said, honey, we're going to the Blue Mosque, central, place of worship.
Yeah.
Make sure to, put on your biggest whore outfit.
Yeah.
Do they let her in dressed like that, or will they make her cover up?
No, they come over and they ask you nicely to,
and they got
up.
stuff.
But I mean, would you go to the Vatican like that? I mean, come on.
But they got stuff. You can't go in the Blue Mosque unless you're properly dressed, and if you're not properly dressed, they got stuff for you.
Was she American?
One can only assume.
Oh no! Yeah. Embarrassing us.
Did you see Muhammad's beard hair?
No.
Is that in the Blue Mosque?
It's in Istanbul somewhere. I went there like right before 9/11, so a while ago. But it was a really long line just to see one beard hair from Muhammad.
Hey, look,
it's behind glass. You can barely see the thing because it's so protected behind this really thick glass.
There's a large number of monasteries across Europe that claim to have Jesus's foreskin or remnant of foreskin on
really
somewhere in their collection.
But these people were losing their minds on this line just to see this one piece of beard hair and this massive display for this one piece of hair.
Now, is that an attack-proof place, like in Islam? Is it because they attack each other's mosques all the time? There's, people like, is that a place where just nobody would fuck with it?
Somebody will fuck with anything. I think we know that.
Yeah. It's weird, though, when the cruise ship comes into Istanbul, all you see is mosques all along the hillside, and it's, wow, you know you're in a different fucking world.
But a lot of those were previously Eastern Orthodox.
Oh, really?
Well, it was the other Rome at one point.
I did not know that.
Was centered there.
Yeah.
The two popes.
I did not know that.
Mosque.
Wasn't that Constantinople?
It was Constantinople.
I hate that you knew that.
It's a song. Is that how you knew it? Because it's a song?
Is it?
Yeah.
Who sings it?
Oh, forget it.
Yep.
Oh. I also liked that you were talking about your staff, and they'll stop off at the 7-Eleven of the area, knowing that they're going to eat some of the best food in the world if they just wait another hour.
We'll be on our way to Robuchon or El Bulli or Giro, and I'm pretty sure he's going to feed us, guys. We have a relationship, and I know this. We're doing a big banquet. There will be a lot of food left over on the way. They're stopping for like a convenience store. Pre-wrapped tuna sandwich.
These idiots.
And I'm saying, you eat that, you're going to be shitting like a mink, man. What are you thinking? But I think camera crews are just used to things going wrong, and then suddenly it's 12 hours, they haven't eaten, they're carrying heavy equipment.
Sure.
So they're always going to go for the sure thing, even if it's, hang on for 45 minutes, guys, and you are just going to be eating like no one else on earth. Yeah, maybe, but, I'll have that hot pocket.
Yeah. I'm a fanboy of this show, as you could figure out. Okinawa, I got to ask you about that. How bad did you want to go into the strip clubs and stuff? Did CNN shut you down a little bit?
CNN has never, ever called me and said, we have a really good idea, or any idea, ever. They've never said, they don't approve what our plan is for the show beforehand. So if I wanted to go to a strip club, that would be cool, and we could film there. I don't know if you saw the Japan show we sent them. It was, filled with tentacle porn.
Yeah, that was a great episode. But Okinawa is kind of known for that because they have all those military bases.
Yeah. Honestly,
you kind of blew that off, and I was wondering.
To me, the only strip club that I really like is the Claremont Lounge in Atlanta, and that's like sort of the lost luggage department for strippers in America. It's awesome, wonderful.
It's old school.
Average age like 65.
Yeah. All the old strippers.
They've been around.
Claremont is famous.
Their headliner is a woman of some size.
Oh, cool. They call you honey.
It's their last stop as far as their careers go.
But
that's it for them.
I'm pretty sure that the girl up there dancing, working a pot. Pretty sure she doesn't really like me.
Okay.
Just a romantic.
Neither does the woman at home with you.
Exactly.
And you finally got to interview Iggy Pop.
Yes.
He's one of your heroes, huh?
Yes. It was the
only
thing I was very nervous. There are not a lot of people who I'm at this point that I'm totally intimidated by, but I was like, my voice got all high and squeaky, and
he really probably was a fan of yours as well.
You guys bonded at that table.
When we asked whether he'd come on years ago, he declined and sent a message saying, Iggy says he's aware of Anthony and thinks he does not suck. So I thought there was hope. There was. I was working on it for a while. So we had him on last season.
Miami, right?
Miami, and I love that scene because we're sitting there eating healthy. My sort of, in many ways, I was inspired by Iggy to make a lot of the less wise decisions of my life, pharmacologically anyway. The fact that we ended up on a beach, I think all we needed was like our pants up around our chins and some metal detectors in that last scene. We would have looked totally appropriate. This coming block of shows, we have Bill Murray on again. So,
oh, wow. Very cool. Is that the...
Charleston.
Yeah, it is the Charleston one. Okay. I was surprised to know that Iggy Pop lives in Miami now.
He's lived in Miami a long time.
For a while, right?
He loves it.
Why did you love him so much growing up? What was the thing about Iggy Pop?
Music for me started to get. I liked rock and roll, and music started to get really tasteful around the end of the 60s. Everyone started listening to pedal steel and Poco and Graham Parsons and look, I love those are great musicians, but it was too melodic for me, and I was reaching that age where I liked dark music about anger and revenge and resentment and frustration, and The Stooges were about as antisocial a band. I mean, you were shunned if you were a Stooges fan. But it was also, for me, very, very powerful, exciting music, and I loved his records and always did from that point on. A huge respect for him. Incredibly influential musician. I mean, all of these, so many bands wouldn't exist if he hadn't been there first.
I'm late to the party. I'm getting more and more into Iggy Pop as I get older. I absolutely did not listen to him when I was younger.
Listen to Stooges' Raw Power album or Funhouse. That's like timelessly awesome.
Right on. And you mentioned that you hate Jethro Tull. I find that fun.
You ever hear Aqualung?
Look at the disgust.
I'm still bitter about them giving Heavy Metal Act of the Year.
Yeah. Well, that was just ridiculous on all levels.
A guy with a flute singing in Old English. Yeah. Ye old Renaissance fair, Mumford and Sons shit. Fuck that.
A lot of his songs were really long, and then radio was the one that edited them down so they could be played. Like Thick as a Brick is, I think it's like 17, 18 minute song, and they knocked it down to 3 minutes so radio could
and
play.
Live, with the flute solo, you could just imagine how exciting that was.
Who's married to? Is that Andrew Lincoln's father-in-law? Is he married to the Jethro Tull family? Ian Anderson, I think
you're right.
Andrew Lincoln from Walking Dead. I think he's married to his daughter.
Jethro Tull family. It's like a chill went down my spine. Manson family or Jethro Tull family? The Mansons, they were.
You really don't like Jethro Tull?
Yeah, he is married.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily a fan of their stuff either. It's a little boring.
I had to live through that, contemporaneously. It's like ABBA. Now everyone's like all put a post-ironic way. No, when that was the soundtrack to your life, there was nothing funny or post-ironic about it. Misery.
Very nice. So what episodes are coming up? You got Charleston,
Borneo,
like you said.
Borneo coming up this coming Sunday.
Okay.
I go back to the longhouse in Borneo that I visited many years ago. And I said I'm going to come back for Rice Festival and get a hand-tapped tattoo. I thought this is going to be a really great idea. That's what they do. They're former headhunters, and they cover themselves with tattoos. And the older dudes, in fact, have ring tattoos on their fingers indicating the heads they've taken. And some of the older guys, have those.
Yeah.
I thought, wow, this is really an authentic headhunter tattoo, hand-tapped in the jungle. This is going to be totally awesome. And I thought, well, right on my chest, right here on the sternum is a great idea. There's no meat there, so there can't be any, any nerves. It was excruciatingly painful. And everybody was drunk. It's a rice wine harvest festival where everybody gets utterly shit-faced for 3 days. There's constant drinking of rice whiskey and any other alcoholic beverage in sight. So I have two completely drunk Dayak dudes hammering away on my chest for 2 hours. And I'm on camera, so of course I can't start, whimpering and crying.
Yeah.
As much as I might have liked to. Oh my God. And for this, look, this is not a big tattoo.
Oh wow, you actually still have it.
That's 2 hours.
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere.
You got washboard abs. That really upsets me.
I was too busy looking at his abs.
God damn it. Bourdain's in really good shape.
58, 59 years old in shape like that. How dare you? What other episodes? You got Borneo, you got Istanbul.
Istanbul coming up, Charleston. I don't know, because I'm in the middle of shooting more now. I was just out in Montana shooting birds with Joe Rogan. Yeah.
Oh, nice. It's going to be on one of the episodes.
Yeah, it was choking me out by the campfire. It was a total Blazing Saddles moment. It's like,
but they didn't even film that. That was just him and you. Yep. And what is this book that you're promoting? We didn't even mention your book.
This is Get Jiro, Blood and Sushi, published by Vertigo, which just came out. And this is the prequel to my previous foray into graphic novels, Get Jiro.
Yes.
This is about a young man from a respectable Japanese crime family in a slightly future dystopic Tokyo, whose dirtiest, most shameful secret is that he's learning to be a sushi chef instead of, whacking people and gutting them with a short sword as Daddy wants. And so I'm hoping I like to think it's really dark and funny and extraordinarily violent.
And the first one was very successful.
Yeah, the first one was a bestseller.
New York Times bestseller.
Wow.
Yeah, let's say that nice and loud for the people.
Are you doing book signings for this?
Wow.
I am tonight, I think.
Tonight is
I don't know.
Wednesday.
Yes, I am.
Is it in Jersey or New York?
In New York.
Okay, so I'm going to guess maybe Barnes & Noble, or is it out on Huntington, Long Island?
Tomorrow in Brooklyn, I'm hearing.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
At Book Court, you said?
Yes.
Book Court, okay.
Yeah. I'm so bad at this. Right?
That's fine.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Yeah, I grew up reading comics. I grew up collecting, seriously. I wanted to be an underground cartoonist until I was about 14, 15 when I realized, my artwork was just not quite good enough.
Yeah.
So this is good in a lot of ways, a dream come true. And Jiro is in many ways a kind of a graphic novel that, I wished I would have had then.
Sure.
What was the most expensive comic book you owned, or the most valuable one?
Oh my God! I had all the early, like Silver Surfer, 1 through 15. All of the early Spider-Man. I had a lot of classic ECs. Even some Golden Age. Wow. Collected early work by Spirit. All the first edition Zap comics.
Wow. You must have got laid back
all
then.
The classic Jim Steranko. Oh, yeah. Hello, ladies.
Isn't there a weird feeling you get when you hear of somebody who finds, like in an attic, the collection sat there since 1941. He hasn't touched it. And
I sold all of it for crack or heroin. Yeah, at one point. I was out there. I was selling this stuff cheap. And,
how much did you get for your Silver Surfer? Do you remember?
Nothing.
The first one.
Cash money. That's all I really cared about at the time. It was definitely a distress sale.
God,
wow.
Yeah. How bad was the heroin?
Yeah, pretty bad,
How many years?
Was probably 5 or 6 actually jammed up really bad, and then a lot of years on methadone.
What got you off that and crack?
Crack, I think I just had you reach a point where it's just, you're the old smoke and paint chips that you find in the shag carpet situation.
Yeah.
It could be crack, It's like, nope,
man.
try the next one. So that wasn't that hard. Heroin is, it's tough to get off. But,
what were you doing
worth doing.
What were you doing for work when all this
worth doing? I was working as a cook. In fact, in
New York?
Yeah, I was working as a chef for most of the time that I was on dope, and that's you reasonably. You can work for, on heroin for a significant period of time till it starts to,
eat at you. You had that moment where you was like, okay, look at me right now. This is the bottom.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. You know what I mean? You're weak and you're powerless when you're on dope, because, a lot of people find solace in that because you're not worrying about the big issues when you're a junkie. You know what you have to do every day when you wake up in the morning. What should I do today? Well, how about get dope? That's comforting to a lot of people who don't want to think about other stuff. But I guess I had other things on my to-do list, and eventually that
Were you married?
I was married. Yeah.
Wow, I can't imagine that Anthony Bourdain was on heroin. Are you going to write a book about your life?
I kind of referred to. I did write about it. But it's not that. Honestly, it's not that interesting. All heroin stories. There's 2 endings. It's always the same story.
Next thing I know, I was sucking on something.
A lot of bad shit. Yeah, they get better or they don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem like really almost embarrassed by it, or like.
I'm not embarrassed. It's part of my life.
Yeah.
I'm not. But I honestly, we've seen the movie.
You ever get the itch these days for it?
No.
Good for you, man.
I really, this is something as I, if I have a massive brain hemorrhage, and I'm slumping to the floor, I will not lie there thinking, man, I really didn't do enough heroin, or I should have done more coke. I pretty much indulge in myself as,
Yeah.
You don't think you'll regret quitting? How long would you stop?
Oh, wow. Late 80s.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay.
Long time. I want to go back to the stuff you've drank on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw the Ethiopian episode, and I was trying to write down everything that was in that one drink. It was, what was it? It was wine. It was
wine. I don't know, with gin or
there was gin in there.
Sprite.
Sprite, yes. Some kind of beer.
I think.
But then I think there was something else. They put it all together in this. How did that really taste?
You can get that in Harlem.
It tasted like the fizzy apple juice.
Fizzy.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, oh, it was sinister. It was like a little Long Island iced tea. You put so much liquor in there that it doesn't taste like there's liquor in there at all. And, next thing you know, it's, where'd my pants go?
Those Long Island iced teas were dangerous,
they'll
man.
get you.
Oh, they were tasty.
It's like 7 liquors in there.
But you don't taste one liquor.
No.
It impairs your judgment.
A little bit.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Can't mess with it.
What was the wildest thing you ever drank?
Oh, wow.
You're not asking me, I hope.
Some of that fermented spit ferment.
Yeah, I've done that in Peru where the women, they chew yucca and spit it into a bowl and it ferments.
Yes.
How bad does that smell?
There's worse stuff in this world. There's pulque. It's a Mexican, low alcohol Mexican drink that it has a sort of a sticky, off-white texture, familiar to fans of Peter North, and you buy it by the bucket, and it's super cheap, but you have to drink it all day to get hammered.
Oh,
so people sit around literally pissing their pants drinking this stuff.
What's in it? Semen and what else?
Agave. I think it's a cactus made from cactus.
So semen and cactus?
It's semen-like.
Oh, okay. I really thought you were talking about it was actually semen.
No, but it definitely.
So it's like
it's super. We shot the first time we shot a pulque scene in a Mexico show on Cook's tour. There was a photographer from I don't know, some magazine with us, and he's I'm about to drink it. I'm not feeling too good. It's early in my career. I'm trying to do the. I'm trying to stick with the program, and it's this like big bucket, and I pour it into the glass, and the guy's shrieking, "Oh, it looks like cum!" And I'm like, "Oh, please, fucking having a hard enough time here." My stomach's already roiling. I got so, it was a long time. Sometimes it's pretty decent, but this was not good. And I'd eaten some bad chicken, and I was hitting the tequila hard. And I remember making it back to my hotel room. And projectile vomiting was such, sort of pent-up repressed power. I've been struggling to hold it down all the drive back from the shoot. And I ran into my room, and it was like such a powerful geyser. I'm convinced it neatly shot across the room into the toilet and rocked it on its rivets. It was just amazing.
Was that the biggest buzz you had on the road doing this show? Korea has to be right up there.
They go hard. It's Russia shows that are really
Russia.
Tough. You can't escape. You can slink away in Korea eventually without offending anybody. But Russia, every shot is personal. I only shoot there every 5-6 years because I can't take it.
Wow.
I clocked last shoot there. I mean, every meal you sit down on, the Russians are not the most friendly people in the world, but wham, out comes a lukewarm bottle of vodka. And it's not like it's the smooth shit either, okay? There's no P. Diddy branded, no. It's this rough, grab you by the throat.
No Ciroc.
And there's no, mixers either. I mean, they'll maybe some unsweetened cranberry juice, but you don't mix that. You're not making any friends if you're I'll have a Cape Cod, that's not going on.
Yeah.
No ice, nothing. It's shots. And average for me when I was there last was 2 or 3 shots for breakfast, 7 to 9 shots for lunch, and 16 to 19 shots every day at dinner. And they're always personal. It's this is to the Great War and our combined efforts to destroy Nazism and fascism and the death of, millions of people, that stained the battlefields of Europe with their blood and sacrifice. Okay, I'm for that. Whammo, you do a shot. And then it's, this is to the end of the Cold War and hands across the water and avoiding nuclear apocalypse. Okay, I'm for that. And then it's this is to our grandfathers. So by around shot number 19, when you just can't do it anymore. And it's got, now it's, this is to our mothers. What are you going to do? Say, fuck your mother. I'm
not drinking that
bitch. I love that it starts way up here, and by the end of the night, it's
That's right.
Sagging to the floor and just passing out is acceptable behavior.
Really?
I can't.
And they can handle it too, right? Their tolerance is ridiculous.
Oh, they just like getting smashed.
They get it's just okay to get completely blind. I mean, I'm always, it's not am I going to puke? It's am I going to make it out that door before I puke?
You know you're going to puke every time almost.
by the end of a full day drinking in Russia, it's got to go somewhere. I mean, yeah.
How bad are you with hangovers? I'm amazed you can function the next day and get up and travel and shoot.
It gets really bad. I don't know at what age it started to get bad, but it gets bad now. I'm super careful.
If you watch the show, it's always the sunglasses are on and you're just plowing ahead.
Yeah,
the
you
next
can
day.
tell. You can tell. Like, did I bother to shave? Right. Or, did I even bother to? I saw the zit. Did I squeeze it in half? Fuck it.
His walk is slightly different. He's got the sunglasses on.
I try to.
It's great. For greasy food, balance out that tum-tum.
I mean, I drink on camera. I'm not sitting at home with a gallon jug of Wolfschmitz, or peppermint schnapps in front of the, in front of the tube.
Man, it really is a great show. I'm a big fan.
Show.
No, it really is the best.
Telling you.
It's filmed amazingly, and you get some good things done.
I got nervous when it switched channels. Like you change shows.
Too.
I got real nervous. I was like,
much better situation. Believe me. The other guys, it was like we have some really exciting ideas for a new season. Really? Be sure to tell them to whatever dumb fuck takes my job after I leave, because it ain't going to be me.
Were they exciting ideas, or you didn't think they were particularly exciting?
I don't want to hear any ideas. Some of the, the word creative when you're talking to television network is, what you can be sure of, they won't be creative.
Yeah.
And I just, look, I've always made television a certain way, and I don't like, they were afraid of material. They didn't want me to go to a lot of places because they were dangerous. They're going to be resistant to anything that that doesn't have bacon in it. I mean, basically, those old networks, all they want you to do is have bacon in every show, and it's not just a cheeseburger. It's a cheeseburger with bacon. And when we come back, we're going to be battling it out for who bakes the best bacon. You have bacon in every scene and rodeos that I'd be fantastically successul. And they had to live with that reality. So there was always sort of pressure to do that. Whereas CNN, when they called up, I have to admit, I was a little puzzled. Why is a international news organization calling me? So I sent them the most fucked up shows we've ever done. I mean, really, the stuff that the other network really hated. And I said, if you watch these and like them, and you still want to do business with me, great. And I have to say, they have honored their commitment. They've given me total freedom. They've helped me when I want to go to incredibly difficult places, Congo and Libya, Iran. I mean, they have experience in those places. So They made it possible for me to do a lot of stuff that nobody else would. And they've never, ever, ever called me and suggested that I talk about something or talk about it in a certain way or discourage me,
That's great.
That's amazing.
No, it's a perfect.
It's hard to get that kind of freedom. That's awesome.
I've been pretty good. I've been relentless in my, Sanjay Gupta vaping jokes and,
I love that. I love
accusing poor Wolf Blitzer of all sorts of awful, heinous shit.
Absolutely,
and they've been cool about it.
Hey, I forgot. There's one other thing. The kids around the world that is really starting to get to you when you see the kids living how they're living. It's the one thing that really bums you out. It seems.
I think that would be true of anybody. You get hardened to seeing a lot of misery and a lot of people, perfectly nice people ground under the relentless wheel. It's, I'm a dad now, I have an 8-year-old girl. So, of course, it's that always never fails to upset when you see somebody who could well be your daughter, picking trash or being abused or, exploited or... that breaks your heart.
Right.
Of course. I think that any parent would feel that way.
Do you have hope for humanity as you travel the world? How are we doing out there? We turn shit around a little bit?
Do I have hope for humanity?
Oh, damn.
Maybe. A little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah. Look, there are more nice people in the world than there are assholes. That's for sure. And even people, there are a lot of people out there who are doing some ugly things who are just doing the best they can for their families. I mean, I think that's an excuse for a lot of bad behavior in this world. But I've been treated well by people very, very different from me who I don't have a lot of common with. I'm not saying that, sitting down at the table with people of opposing beliefs or faiths is going to necessarily cause world peace, but it doesn't hurt, at least start find some kind of common ground. I think if you turn down the volume a little bit, we stop shrieking at each other, maybe there's hope. I'm not an optimist by nature. But I think I hope and I think we'll find a way to, struggle on.
Right on.
For a while.
Right on. Well, with that, Anthony Bourdain.
In the book, don't forget, too, it's called Get Jiro, Blood and Sushi, and it comes out, I guess it was out today or yesterday. It came out. Wow. And go to Anthony's website or Twitter for signings if you want to meet him and get a book signed, because there's a bunch of them. He doesn't know where any of them are, but he is doing New York and Brooklyn tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you for that.
And obviously, one of my favorite shows, Parts Unknown, Sundays at 9 on CNN. Can't wait to see the rest of the episodes. Well, where are you filming now?
I'm headed to Georgia, the Republic, next, and then onwards.
And onwards from there.
Could you get me into Jiro tomorrow?
Oh, in Japan?
Yeah.
Could I? No.
Okay.
I mean, I would if I could, but that is a very... Call Questlove.
Oh. Yeah.
Every time I look at his Instagram, there he is at Jiro, hanging out. And it's like...
Does he do gigs out there, or does he just travel there?
He likes food.
He likes food.
He has incredible taste in good restaurants. But yeah, that's a tough undertaking.
Roland told there is one other thing. Aren't you setting up something in New York? Some big, huge, dare I say food court, because it's not a food court, but it's like...
I'm setting up what will be a public market. A giant food market where you could buy wholesale meat. There'll be butchers cutting meat and people selling produce and fish. And there will also be dozens of vendors from around the world.
That's pretty cool.
Selling, awesome, mostly affordable, meaning, you will be able to find, affordable, delicious, I don't like to use a word authentic, but authentic food, just like you might have found in Hong Kong or Singapore or Malaysia or Mexico for that matter. We're bringing a lot of people here from around the world, people who I've bumped into and whose food I've eaten. And it'll be a giant public democratic space where rich or poor, everyone will be able to find something delicious and awesome.
Where are you doing this?
Pier 57, just below Chelsea Piers.
Sure, can't wait to see some.
And we're hoping to stay late, reasonably late.
You got to get
Korean
that bar
barbecue.
crowd. Bar crowds.
K-pop bands.
Oh, really?
Korean karaoke. Vietnamese noodles.
It's kind of the show. It's the show coming to life, more or less.
Kind of, yeah. And we want it to be, I keep describing it as sort of it is not a Blade Runner theme hall or market, but we don't want it to be this sterile, food court, happy horse shit, hygienic, everything wrapped in plastic. This will be a vibrant, gloriously messy, chaotic, international market.
What do you want to call it?
I would be happy to call it just about anything other than what it's called, but it's called Bourdain Market.
Stop.
That's embarrassing.
Yes, Bourdain Market.
You earned
that shit. You earned it.
Yeah.
Puking all over the world. You earned it.
How about Anthony Bourdain's Place of Fun and Fellowship?
Yeah. Look, every time I see Trump's name on a building, I'm always like, asshole. And I feel the same way. It's like now people can see my name in a building and think, asshole.
It has to be called that because, it has your stamp on it.
Yes.
Yeah. I like Bourdain's Market.
Tony's House of Noodles, I think.
Yes. We definitely have to take a break. But if you want to stick around, you're more than welcome. I don't know, I just want to give that invite to you. So
thank you.
Maybe Bourdain continues with us. Maybe he doesn't. But definitely check out Parts Unknown Sundays at 9 on CNN. It's always a pleasure, Anthony. All right, we'll be back. Stay there.
More with Opie and Jim after this. In case you missed it, recently this happened on Opie and Jimmy.
I like how my sneaks are bigger than the suit.
You got giant feet, huh?
Yeah, it just looks weird.
What size feet?
13.
Jesus.
Holy hell.
Big dick. That's what that means. Big dick.
Get that on the airwaves. My dad has tiny feet and he's huge in the pants.
Really?
Yeah, so that's a myth.
Did you see your dad's big dick?
Oh my god.
Say it.
Yeah, I could he would walk around. My dad was like a bottomless guy. He was like the Donald Duck outfit, cartoon casual, we call it. The Porky Pig, yeah. He wore the shirt, which was a little weird, because you're so close.
Wait, he really would walk around the house bottomless?
Yeah, it was the 90s.
Can't do it. I can't walk around nude. Weird.
How'd you see his penis?
He would do that.
You just walk
He would
around.
just walk around, and he would also sleep without pants on. So I'd come in to be like, "Hey, Dad!" Oh shit, you know.
Yeah. He's a big penis,
huge and dark, which was odd. like a nice iced coffee color.
Really?
Wow.
Mocha.
Darker
than the rest of his body.
Yeah, it was odd.
Isn't everybody's dick half white, half brown, though? Or is that just me?
Mine's tan.
Mine's tan, and then the top gets, like, really white.
Mine's pink.
Yeah, it's really
Pink all the way through.
Really, really pink cock.
Yes, it's a bit pinky.
Yeah.
With
Like
a couple, with a couple
rat
freckles
dick.
on it.
Yeah.
I got a couple freckles on it.
I got a brown line around mine.
Ooh,
a what?
brown liner.
Like a little bit of a ring.
Sounds like an airplane.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind. Separates the good half from the bad half. If you know what I mean.
You know what I mean.
I've got the birthmark, which is always off-putting.
Oh no!
Birthmark
on your dick? Was it a port wine stain on the helmet?
It is. It's right on the helmet. It's
How
3
big is it?
dots.
You got 3 dots.
Yeah, it's like a triangle.
So you've had some ladies go, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, I have.
And then you have to explain it's just birthmarks.
It's not raised or anything, so I'm all right.
Okay. We were just talking about Elvis Presley. Anthony, what's wrong? What's going on?
No, Jimmy.
Huh? I just walked by Rod Stewart in the hall.
Awesome.
And
I think I saw him too. Yeah.
And Anthony Bourdain is still here, which we're very happy about.
I have no life. I have nothing to do.
But we were just talking about Elvis Presley. Oh, wait, you're not on there. There you go.
There we go.
Sherrod Small talking about Elvis Presley with Anthony Bourdain. He was only 42 when he died.
That's unbelievable.
He died? He looked way older than that.
What?
That's 42.
I love Elvis. Like, that's my favorite Elvis, when he's sweating on the sides of his head like that. I love that fat Elvis. I really do.
He looked like the fat dude from Lost.
Yeah.
You know, I jumped out of a plane with the Flying Elvis skydiving team in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I did see that
so they're
episode.
all dressed up like Elvis, and I get strapped to Fat Elvis. And, so it's a tandem jump, and you strap between their legs and you jump down, and they pull the and he's like, hanging there, Tony, the whole time. They're whispering in my ear between the meaty thighs of Fat Elvis. It was
a bad way to go. That'd be a bad way to go.
Yeah, crushed by Fat Elvis.
Were you scared to jump out of a plane? I want to be brave enough to do that just one time.
It's really fun. Jumping out of a plane is so much easier than bungee jumping. Bungee jumping is truly
horrifying.
My knees turned to jello.
What'd you do it off of bungee jumping? What'd you jump off?
The Taipei. I think it's like the tallest tower, the Taipei Tower or something like that. It was.
Wait,
you're standing out there on like a diving board, with the wind going and a light drizzle of rain, and they sort of tie your legs together, and it's just standing there waiting. You're just like, please let me just jump, because standing here wobbling, your knees are just absolutely going like just turning to jelly.
Is there a video of that? You bungee jump in Taipei? I want to see how high that is, because Taipei doesn't seem like the best safety standard.
Let me tell you something. Bungee jumping. Yes. Bungee jumping is one thing. Bungee jumping in a foreign country?
Yeah.
What the fuck? No.
You don't think they have the same regulations?
No.
How many feet off the ground were you?
A lot. I don't
know. Were you way up?
Way
up there.
Way up there.
No way.
The plane's
not doing that.
The plane's fun. It's really fun. You get all jammed into this little plane, and suddenly the thing opens up the side, and it's like, go, 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 and you just kind of roll out with Elvis whispering in your ear all the way down.
Oh my God! Well, it is. That's not in the Taipei Tower. That's got to be.
Yeah. There we go. That's it.
Oh, that's really
that
high
diving
up.
board is extremely uncomfortable.
No. I would never do that.
No.
Whoa.
No way.
I hope they show a view down.
World's tallest bungee, Macau.
Wow. Here's the guy jumping.
Yes, it was Macau. That's where I was.
And they push him off. Oh my God, he's high up. Oh my God, is he fucking high up?
No.
Oh. No!
Yeah, that's what I did.
Shit.
How
You're
close
out
to
of
the
your
ground?
mind.
It's still falling.
Oh shit.
How close to the ground before you pop back up?
You're pretty far away.
You're jumping off a giant tower. Like, it looks like the CN Tower.
It's windy up there, too.
Yeah, what's stopping you from blowing into the side of
You
the
don't
tower?
blow into the side of the tower. That's amazing.
You don't ask yourself those questions,
They got to figure it out in Taipei there, Sherrod. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I love how they put a giant thing at the bottom, like almost like
target.
Yeah, like that's going to help.
That's you know what that is? That's to keep your body from splattering all over the fucking concrete.
And ruining everyone else's day.
Yeah, it's like a big diaper, I think.
Dude, you
shit yourself on the way down.
You fall for a while.
Yeah.
That's a good 6-second fall, 7-second fall.
No, I no. There's no way.
There's literally, I don't think there's
no
anything you could do to get me to do that. There's no amount of money.
Oh, maybe you get really wasted before or something.
That's
don't know.
another bad death.
I don't know.
What are you, 500 feet jumping there? Can we see that? Can we look that up? I'm curious. That's very frightening. That was much worse than I thought it was going to be. I knew it was going to be bad, but that was a really bad
You thought
level.
it would be just like maybe 50 feet or so, 60 feet, and then you bounce up nice, and they pull you back up to the platform.
A plane is scary, but there's something that feels safer about because of the parachute, and you have a couple of safeties, and you have plenty of time. These things are
Plus, it's the ground down there. Usually, you see them do it over a bridge, and it's just water. So you say, you land in water, maybe you'll be all right.
Yeah,
maybe.
I wouldn't let them lower me off that. I would not let them lower me in a chair that high.
764 feet.
Oh, God. You fall for that? You fall for that much?
Yeah.
Wow. No.
You know, after the first 70, it really kind of,
That's
the first
true.
70 you'll do the job.
That's straight true. Seven floors, you're dead, but that's just a horror. That's almost like jumping off the CN Tower, right? That's terrible.
Yeah.
Did you ever do the Vegas one where you couldn't jump? My ex did that. We were having troubles in the relationship. I've never fucking prayed for a cord to break so hard in my life. She's off the, what's it called? The stratosphere.
Oh, yeah.
You can jump off the stratosphere. Right. It's about 800 and something.
Wow.
But that's more of a controlled descent. You're not actually jumping. You're being lowered quickly.
Right.
Yeah, the rope
is
in this one looks like it could snap at any second.
You fell so long. That was the longest descent. What?
Do they just tie it around your feet?
I mean, you're secured pretty.
You are pretty good.
Yeah,
Does it fly by, or is that the longest, like...
No, it's pretty quick.
Oh, shit.
No.
And you bounce back. The bounce back up's got to be horrifying. Oh, good, they're going to lower me. And then you're like fucking halfway back up the...
That's where you fuck up your back.
You eat a big breakfast like a chili dog beforehand. It's probably not advisable.
Hold a coffee going down just to see. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Man, that looks scary.
What were we saying during the break? Elvis as a crime fighter?
Yeah.
I think it would be a great film. You know, just that period of time, because he was made, and he had this weird correspondence with Nixon going on, and Nixon was like, "Why is Elvis writing me?" You know, apparently. I think he'd get a little loopy on whatever meds he was on, and he'd start writing Nixon about, all these hippies who don't like you, I like you. You know, the correspondence pretty funny. He said, I'm a positive role model for America's youth.
Yeah.
You should, whatever. And I think Nixon said, look, make this guy an honorary DEA agent.
Right.
And as the story goes, he would, Elvis, remember, had a celebrity black belt. You know how he earned that, given his girth at the time and inclinations is sort of open a question. But apparently he'd go out on raids. So, imagine you get the pound, you're there doing bong rips and, tweaking on, bad coke, and suddenly there's a bang, bang, bang on the door. There's Elvis in his, one of his bad outfits, crime fighting outfits, do a karate pose.
Sorry, guys, you want to show the video of Bourdain jumping?
We're getting there.
Terrifying. You're wearing the same shoes.
No, we're getting there.
Creeping me out.
He's setting that up after the Elvis story.
So scary, man.
You got to think they'd let Elvis go in first just a few times.
And then Elvis brought Nixon. He brought Nixon a gun as a gift, and it was loaded. He walked into the White House. That's how white and famous Elvis is. He came into the White House with a loaded gun.
Look at him. He looks so high.
Yes.
I mean, he looks high there. Look at his eyes.
He really does. But he looks fucking... Look at the collar. His fucking collar rules. Elvis looks great there.
He's the only one that could pull off that collar.
Oh, dude, he's awesome.
The belt.
No one else could pull that off.
No. There's no one better than Elvis right there in that Nixon photo.
Yes, look how
That's
handsome
the
he
greatest
is.
photo of anyone ever taken. The nerve of him to show up like that.
And Nixon's getting a kick out of Elvis. You can see on Nixon's face.
Oh, he loves it.
Oh, my God. He probably fucked Nixon's wife in the broom closet. He's fucking just awesome.
Let's go to the... Here's Anthony Bourdain. We tweet all these videos out so you can see what we're looking at. But this is Bourdain jumping from that same tower in Taipei.
The camera work on this one's going to be better.
But what if your shoes fall off?
Oh, yeah, that guy looks like a safety expert.
What if your shoes fall off?
Here's the hard part. Standing up there is this is. I'm not having fun now.
Oh my God!
No, not liking that. Yeah,
you're on the top of a tower,
right? But just standing.
Messages to your brain that say, "Go back."
And you're looking down. Even for the TV show, I couldn't do it.
You're an imbecile.
I just want to jump so bad and get this part over.
Oh, look at your face.
Then they drop those cables, and you feel a tug. Let's do it.
Cables go
the
first.
Countdown.
5. Oh no! Fuck this! Stop it!
Oh, I don't even want to see the video.
I don't either because the camera work is. And you jump.
Oh, get the hell out of here!
Face forward through space.
And the camera work is amazing. It's showing. It's on his arms and it's.
Hell yes, the
Go to 6 seconds.
Strangely, not long enough. You're swimming through air, and life don't hurt anymore.
Wow, and you're flying through. Oh. And it actually looks like you're connected with other cables too.
Okay, that's
good.
It
all unfolds as you come down.
Yes, that was very well filmed.
You look sick.
Yeah, no, I can't do that shit.
Even for a show, I couldn't do it. I could do a lot for a show. I'm desperate at this point, but I couldn't jump.
I wonder if I could do it. I don't think I could do that.
No, not with heights. I could do things that other people can't do, but I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like this, that shit was just frightening.
I could barely go in those glass boxes in Chicago at the Willis Tower.
Yeah, imagine there he is again. Look at him.
Look at that.
Look at fucking stoned Elvis.
Nixon just getting a kick out of him.
Fucking stoned Elvis with his giant collar and his big belt and his open shirt.
He's dressed like fucking Dracula.
Yeah, he's got a gun in one pocket. He really is dressed like
poor Elvis.
He's a superhero.
Oh, he's just wonderful.
Love the Elvis.
You imagine being high and you're committing a crime and Elvis comes in with a gun to arrest you? How awesome. There's somebody out there who was arrested by Elvis Presley.
Look, it's better than getting arrested by Steven Seagal.
Oh, yeah.
Drive a tank out of your front lawn, run over your poodle.
Was it the drugs or the eating that killed Elvis in the end, you think? Combination of both.
Deadly combination.
Yeah.
41.
Yeah, I forget the
41, 42.
His heart was taking
way
a fucking
overweight.
beating.
Yeah.
And like Anthony said during the break, you can't shit when you're on all those pills.
Barbiturates.
Yeah, well, yeah, opiates cause a constipation, so,
Either they'll give you the runs or the shits. Is one of the
opiates,
two.
it's like, you'll go weeks,
without shitting.
Yeah.
I've only did Vicodin one time, and that was when I had when I had my sinus surgery. So I had to be on it for pain. I took less than I was supposed to, but they said that really constipates you badly.
Yeah.
I don't think I only did it for a couple days.
Yeah.
I don't know if I noticed I was shitting or not, but that's supposed to be a rough one.
That's brutal. Imagine going weeks.
Weeks without shitting would be
That's
fucking
impossible.
horrible.
Are you following this election?
Wow.
Are you getting a kick out of this whole process?
No, I'm fucking embarrassed by it. I mean, it's the level of discourse is like just so beyond cretinous at this point,
Yeah.
It's like, I'm more racist than you. No, I'm more racist. It's like really.
I'm enjoying it.
Let me say something stupid. No, that's not. He's not stupid enough. It's just an absolute moronic inferno of pandering and horror and.
This is our best choices.
It's politics.
I'm amazed. This is our best choices for America.
Are you a big Ben Carson guy?
No, not a big Ben Carson fan.
And no one's challenging Hillary a year out, and it's her nomination already. That's amazing to me.
Little Enos Burdett.
Well, I love the conspiracy theory. I enjoy the conspiracy theory put forth by some Republicans that Trump is in fact a super mole, that he's getting that the Clinton campaign have basically put him up to it.
It's an interesting theory because they do get along.
Yeah,
they are friends.
He went to
her Chelsea's wedding.
Yeah.
And has donated.
There are many problems I have with Trump, but one of them is he just has non-credible hair. Okay, it's non-credible.
You can't trust that.
It requires more of us than I think is fair. Like if a person has a large deformity, a giant mole on their face, right? You both sort of make a tacit agreement. I'm not going to stare, and you're not going to make me feel weird about the fact that I'm going to notice it now and again. It's too much with the hair. I mean, every second that I'm not shrieking, what the fuck is that thing on your head, is requiring more of me than any human should have to. I mean, He looks like a cheddar cheese with this big, puffy, horrible, heinous pink thing. Isn't there anyone in his life? He's a wealthy man. Yes. Is there no one in his life on the way out the door every day says, Mr. Trump, as your friend and closest associate, have you thought about,
just shaving it?
Just
something.
No, that looks
anything.
What can he do to it, though? It's just...
oh, my God, look at it.
It's helmety.
There's definitely a weird comb over covering up some areas.
I feel we should, say something.
You got to think he sat down somewhere along the way and looked at his options for this, no?
That's why he wears that hat when it's windy out.
Yeah, that
red hat with his
I think this is a man, he does not have a low opinion of himself, and I think when he looks in the mirror, he says to himself, that is a good-looking man. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
But the hair plugs have come a long way, too.
Oh, my God, there's some bad...
There's a lot of swooping going on.
Yeah, you're right, dude. The hair plugs and the implants and all that stuff, there's so much more you could do if you had a fucking few billion in the bank.
I'm telling you.
Fix this disaster.
And this shot we're looking at now, it doesn't even look like he has a lot of bald spots.
I think it's the world's most extravagant comb over. I think that's what it is. I think it's like 9 feet long on one side, and he sort of swirls it around and glues it into...
It's like Bob's Big Boy.
into place. But it migrates. I mean, it could take over the world.
It must be exhausting to wake up every day and have to put that hair together.
I want to see what it looks like right when he gets out of the pool.
Yes. That would be a treat.
Scary looking man.
I do enjoy him, though.
Carson can't do his own hair either. He's not doing his own hair. That's a team of people putting that shit together.
Well, Ben Carson's a bit scary too, and now he's overtaken Trump. He's sort of leading the national polls.
In Iowa,
now they're saying in the national polls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's because...
Did you tweet his wife singing the national anthem or something?
I didn't tweet. I liked it. But
you liked it?
I favored it.
His wife sang the national anthem. Did we see that? I imagine she was a delightful woman.
I just saw your tweet.
Oh, yeah, I retweeted it or something, so maybe I did retweet it.
Let me see, where did she sing this? She's a lovely, patriotic woman.
She's not she's a nice woman.
Of course she is, doing the weather every day on the Today Show.
I like Michelle Bachmann now. That was super crazy. I really like her. She had those crazy, like, doll eyes.
Yes.
That was my kind of candidate.
You can relate to that,
like the film Carrie, like Carrie's mom.
He's so right.
Oh, who's this guy?
No.
Jimmy.
That's Carson's wife, Jimmy.
You've been together a long time.
It's a blurry video.
I mean...
I can't listen to this.
Okay.
Wait, that's
that's it.
I guess she's a soprano.
Yeah.
Don't do it to me.
No, but I'm saying she is, right? She can sing.
Well, okay.
Oh, it's not my style?
No, not yours.
Where's your patriotism, man?
That was rough.
Well...
So who becomes the next president?
It's going to be Hillary, I think.
You think the Hillary?
Unless Trump pulls it out, the choices are bleak.
Crazy.
I say Bourdain need to run.
Yeah, let's do this, Bourdain.
Yeah, I'm not standing up. That background check will take about 4 seconds.
You won't get through the vetting process?
Yeah.
Is it true, Mr. Bourdain?
You put a needle in your testicles, why?
Yeah, we're just getting used to the pot thing. I don't know if America's ready for the heroin.
Yes.
Not yet. Yes. Now it's okay for these candidates to say they smoked a little reefer.
Rob Ford got reelected for a while. Right. He had a good run.
Isn't he really sick now or something? He's got like stomach cancer or something.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, man. He's out of this. He's just gone.
He was fantastic.
He was so great.
He's literally my favorite person.
He was fantastic
in the history of Western civilization.
He rocked. Look at that suit.
Look at that running
suit. That's how you run for office.
That's a fat man who embraces it, unlike
Trump
Chris Christie.
Look awesome in a running suit. In that, it's like the leisure wear.
He looks like he sells ecstasy.
Yes, that's the
right. You're like a blurry surveillance photo. In the tracksuit standing there.
That's a Gene Gotti on the way to court outfit.
Exactly. Oh yeah,
I love those mobsters that just wear those fucking like fearless sweatsuits. Those guys are the best. Comfortable. I'm gonna drink wine all day. Let my dick breathe a little. Those guys fucking rule. They really are. They're the best.
I wasn't gonna say anything to him either.
No,
nothing.
What a comfortable way to live, though, man.
He looks like the fat kid from The Sandlot.
You know,
From the Sandlot.
The presidential collection of tracksuits, with the little, the crest, the
seal,
president's seal right there. It would be awesome.
Then Bill Clinton used to run in that, he used to jog in a suit like that.
Clinton used to run around.
They all do that thing where they run around the park in the Secret Service. It's a way to let the American public know that they're healthy and they're fit.
Remember he ran to McDonald's that one time and they caught him at McDonald's eating Bill Clinton?
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. It was a big video.
Yeah.
Huge video.
He ran to
the
McDonald's.
president, what is it, a Snuggie, the suit? It's a combination blanket and, the TV watching outfit. You just sit there in a big sweaty depression on the couch watching TV.
I think this was a photo op when he jogged because he was a big boy. He wasn't losing weight from his jogging.
Yeah, he wasn't losing weight. That's what everybody talked about.
We got to get Anthony Bourdain out of here. He's got other press to do. I'm happy you started.
$8.59.
Happy you hung around, man.
Big fan, man.
Don't forget, once again, the book.
Yes, it's called Get Jiro, Blood and Sushi, and it's a graphic novel. It's really, really beautifully drawn, and Anthony's stuff is great. So, it's funny and it's well written.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
We'll see you soon, man, okay?
We'll do another short break, and then we'll continue. You promoting anything, Sherrod?
Oh, yes. I'm shooting my TV pilot today at Manhattan Center, 311 34th Street. Come 6:30 if you want to get in. We got an audience, me and Christian Finnegan, and it's on A&E.
Fuck, that's why you're here today. We're trying to push the people to come see the filming of the pilot.
Yeah, we're going to have a small audience, but if people want to come out, just come out 6:30 at Manhattan Center tonight.
We'll tweet the info on Opie and Jimmy, all right?
Yes.
On Twitter. But, go check out Sherrod as he films his pilot. And Jimmy, we got, the Comedy Zone coming up. Huh?
I have Charlotte coming up, and I have a whole bunch of dates I'm going to be announcing soon. I think they're announcing something today in another state, but I don't know if I can say it yet, but it's not on sale yet. I'm just babbling. Just go to my fucking website and find my shit. I remember when they would sing this live. Gene and Peter and Ace would stay on the stage while Paul went on the riser that stretched out over the audience. And Kiss Love Gun, the album, came with a gun.
Did it?
They would never do that today. It came with tattoos that you'd put on, like a Gene, Paul, or Peter and Ace, and it came with a fucking paper gun. The Love Gun. And I thought, God, that must be so valuable. Like $11 you can get it. But look at the tattoos you used to get. They're not permanent.
Nice, look at the tattoos.
Genius.
That Kiss makes me happy. Show the Love Gun, though, that you would get. The little gun that came with it.
We're looking for the Love Gun.
No, it's a fold-over piece of cardboard gun. Not tattoo, you don't put. Just put Kiss Love Gun, cardboard. There you go.
Oh, wow.
It's a bang. The fucking stupid thing pops out, says bang. Jesus. It really hits you. A little on the nose, guys, but...
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's 70s? That had to come out.
Oh, boy, was
God,
it.
yeah.
77, I believe.
Yeah.
Or 78. 77.
Well, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park aired 37 years ago today.
I am old. Jesus fucking
37
Christ.
years ago.
Anthony Zerbe, I think, was in that.
I know he went through it once.
Well-acted film.
A bunch of years ago, he went through the whole fucking thing. The acting's
37
brutal.
years.
Yeah. Star Child.
Did you just let one loose?
Yes, I did.
You son of a
I got
bitch.
excited when I saw Kiss. When I saw Kiss, I got excited. I broke wind. I didn't expect to see a picture of Kiss. My whole body just opened up for expecting fun and friendship.
Oh, my God.
I would love to have an original Kiss in Attack of the Phantom. Wow, that's a weird poster. That's not... It says, it's hysterical, kiss-stounding, kiss-storic.
Whoa.
And it says, the first full-length feature film, which is at the last, will zap you out of your seat. Kiss in Attack of the Phantoms.
Awesome.
That's not the final name of the movie. I'll bet you it's Kiss Meets the Phantom in the Park. I'll bet you that's a fucking...
Hanna-Barbera production.
Yeah, you see that?
I'll bet you that is a rare poster, or the original poster name, or is that released overseas? I'm asking a lot of questions.
I'm checking.
I don't know.
Was it animation?
No, it was live action.
Hanna-Barbera might have just... I didn't know they were involved until you just said that.
Wow.
Not the best graphics. They're thinking of redoing it in the 3D in the Sony IMAX.
No. Gene Simmons is a genius, though. Gene Simmons is a genius.
Yes, he is.
That motherfucker know how to make some coin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Catman, Space Ace, the Demon, and Star Child.
Love God. All right. Jason Pierre-Paul signed a contract finally, huh?
Yes.
Finally.
With the Giants.
Yes, he stamped the contract.
That's right. He did it with his foot.
Yeah.
He's the guy that blew off a bunch of digits or some of his digits, or I don't know.
Can we see the hand? Where's the hand?
That's the hand right
hiding
there.
it like fucking radar and MASH. Wow. He walked in holding a clipboard. They're like, wow, you look okay. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just going to sign Lefty.
I just want to interrupt for 1 sec. Jimmy was right. Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park was the title. Attack of the Phantoms. That was the title in Italy.
Oh, love it.
Original,
Europe.
An original poster. Signed by the guys.
Sorry to interrupt.
We'll tweet the picture of Jason Pierre-Paul signing his 1-year deal with the Giants, and you can see his right hand's all fucked up.
Yes. He looks like Chuck Nice.
He was good for $14 million a year until he blew off his digits or messed up his hand, whatever the official injuries
They
are.
gave him a contract for $1,100. Poor guy.
The guy had to be a lot less than 14, you got to think.
Yeah, oh, my God. Incentive-based.
The thumb is looking a little messed up.
Yeah, the thumb looks a little skinny, like they saved part of it.
It's awful.
And then
nothing here.
Nothing there, and then that other finger looks giant.
Yeah, he's a mess.
That right hand is a mess.
He may still be able to do something, though, but your grip is so... Without that finger, that middle pointer finger...
It's weird.
Yeah, that little one. It's amazing how much your grip is affected. Maybe he's just that strong, though, where he can still tackle.
I think he is. I think it's coming down to his contract's just going to be performance.
Exactly. If you make one tackle, we'll give you the $14 million. If you can bring down one fucking person in the NFL with that fucking hand...
I wonder what the number is. God, a lot. It has to be so much less.
They think it'll boost morale on the team, they said. That's a weird... He turned down $14 million. Like, he's probably regretting that decision.
Oh, man.
And then he's juggling fireworks.
Why
would you do that?
Do that after you sign.
He's got to have the greatest year this when he starts playing, and then the year after, maybe he can get his money back.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Oh, he's probably going to get traded after that.
To who? For what?
I don't know. We'll see how
if
he
he's
does.
great? He might be great.
Maybe
he might still have
he's going to be all right.
People play with broken fingers, sprained fingers. Everybody's finger, all 10 digits ain't working every game.
Blue as fuck. Did you see photos of that finger?
No.
When you see his hand blown off, it looked like the worst hand or the greatest pussy.
Are you sure that was? I know the I know the picture you're talking about. Are you sure that's him?
No, but it was still a great photo.
I am haunted by that photo.
Look at it. I think it is him. Show it.
I will. Okay.
Google JPP hand / injury, bloody. Google all those things. Google ouch. That's the first thing that comes out. Google ouch. Fucking ouch. Oh, man.
I didn't see this picture ever.
It's disgusting.
I wouldn't go that far. That's a little bit crass.
That's not him. That's definitely not
maybe
his
that.
hand.
Hold on.
Oh, that's not. Oh, no. Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
hand.
that's actually not him.
That can't be it.
God, somebody's hand.
That makes you want to go to Red Lobster. That looks like a fucking... What a delicious crab lunch with a black thumb on it. Why is there a black thumb in my crab lunch? God, that looks yummy. Are you sure that's not him? No, the bottom.
It doesn't match.
I don't think so.
Wait, because it looks like.
Man.
Who the hell knows?
Hold on.
Because this is his middle finger here.
The human body.
And he's got more of that.
And it looks like the bottom. Yeah, the hand being blown off has got to be horrible.
Actually, he's got a nub.
Yeah, the actual picture is brutal. I mean, there's no way that was his hand.
Yeah, that's not it.
I would hate
there's
that.
No way.
Go to that image. What is that?
This one?
What is that shit?
This thing?
Oh my God.
What is that, Jimmy? I can't even look at it.
It's called, they said that's his hand after the firework accident, but that's not it.
What is that?
I don't know. It looks like somebody's hand blown apart by a shotgun or whatever.
Like a fucking starfish.
Yeah, it looks like a starfish. That's not his hand, though.
Oh, that's 2 fingers. That's 2 fingers. That's the thumb.
It's a mess.
It's not good.
Man. Shit. Life is hard.
Life is fucking crazy.
Life is a bitch.
Yeah, life is crazy. Don't handle fireworks before you sign a $14 million. That's what a terrible. That's like me saying, all right, look, I'm going to do a comedy special, but before we go to sign the contract, I'm going to gargle with a little Clorox. Clorox. What the fuck is Clorox, you non-improving idiots? Clorox. Fucking awful. It's a great improv. Clorox, fucking B-double-O. Sit down.
But you know what, though? It's called Clorox in Italy, so I think you're right.
Yes.
I saved him.
Wow, is that a bad improv on my part? Oh, goodness.
I had your back, though, Jimmy.
Thank you very much.
And life doesn't have to be that crazy. Sometimes you just can't be stupid.
How much excitement do you need?
Yeah, don't be stupid.
You fucking tackled 200-pound men for a living. Do you have to hear kaboom? What the fuck's the matter with you? If you're going to sign a $14 million deal, how about you sit home with oven mitts on and shut up? What are you watching? I'm just watching. I'm wearing Garanimals and I'm in my fucking styrofoam house. And my lawyer is fucking bringing over my contract that I'm going to sign with fucking goggles on so the pencil point doesn't hit my eye. Idiot. $14 million, dude.
And Macy's does a wonderful job. Just turn on your TV.
Absolutely.
What are you doing?
Watch the fireworks at home.
All right.
If you remember, somebody had Instagrammed a picture of the van full of fireworks right before the accident happened.
He had a van full.
Yeah, he was all in. Yeah, he was. He wanted,
yeah, look at that. Look at that.
He wanted
wall.
to put on a nice display for his
Jesus
friends and
Christ.
family.
The van parked in front of the Oklahoma Muir building was not as filled with fucking explosives as that one.
Wow. That's a real picture too, huh?
Oh man.
Gosh, what are you doing? All right. Very good.
Man.
I want to ask Sherrod about the blackface for Halloween.
What about
this
it?
This is another story.
Yeah, the teacher do Kanye West or something?
They're always saying
that was wrong?
People are under fire.
Wrong, Opie.
For real?
What?
Was it really wrong? If it's a celebrity?
They would do it. Him and his wife when it's Kim and Kanye.
I mean, if you're a teacher, you know you're going to get some backlash, right?
Oh, no, I get that part of the story.
It was stupid.
But in the end, as a black man, is it wrong to see white people dressing up with blackface for Halloween?
It does seem like the only thing you can't do as a white person during Halloween is go as a black person. But everything else is you can be a zombie, and
But Halloween's all about getting the most.
Push.
It's all about getting the most outrageous costume going, though.
Right. So I think it's a push because it is Halloween, and if you can be a dead goblin or something, why can't you just be a different race?
Yeah, it's so silly, right? That they get upset about it. There's a difference between that and again a guy dressing up in blackface because black people are not allowed to perform on TV. This is just like you're dressing like a celebrity.
This seems more like he's being pro the blackface.
He's being Kanye, yeah.
He's being Kanye. He's not being it's not being done in an ignorant way, I don't think.
And she makes her ass all bubbled out. You don't see dwarves protesting her.
She's Kim Kardashian, yeah.
Oh my God! If I were her husband, I'd make her leave that.
First of all, he doesn't look anything like Kanye West. That's the
problem
first
I have. Yeah,
he looks like he's wearing Flavor Flav glasses. Kanye doesn't dress like that.
He looked like Kanye if Kanye had AIDS.
Yes.
Yeah. I think if you go as Aunt Jemima or something, then it's like, all right, what are you doing? Now you're
She's another famous character.
But now you're like,
but then you're
pushing it.
Yeah. See,
right?
That's why it's a slippery slope, Hope.
Because there's another one. Internet is upset that a teen used blackface for the Nicki Minaj Halloween costume. Every year, people are getting upset about the blackface with the Halloween costumes.
I mean, if you really pull it off well, I say do it.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you're going to get some lash.
I'm doing Al Jolson this year.
What are you doing Al?
Great idea. Yeah.
Good. Do Nipsey Russell, Jimmy.
There's nothing wrong with her costume. She's literally just being Nicki Minaj. You can't have it both ways.
Right.
Like, these celebrities are so loved in culture. It's like people are going to dress up like Lady Gaga every year, Madonna. It's just part of it.
Yeah. She looks like Dirty Minaj. Doesn't look like black skin.
Yeah, that's not good hair. The hair is worse.
She's getting a lot of hate.
Yeah, the hair should have been at least pink, right? Because that's a Nicki Minaj thing.
Right.
Oh, fuck internet outrage. I'm so tired of it, for Pete's sake.
And who's the dude supposed to be? Who the...
I don't know. A guy that wants to fuck her.
I'm more offended by this girl's face.
There's another girl there with red shorts. Who is she supposed to be?
I don't know. It's all about the Nicki Minaj, the white broad.
Because I'm not seeing anybody else in costume.
It's supposed to be Drake. And they said that she sparked internet outrage. Oh, go fuck yourselves. You made it a high school student. Bunch of jizzbags.
Yeah, it's just a high school
student. Who cares?
I don't think she's trying to be,
Well, the high schools can't take this shit anymore. They're outraged about everything now.
Oh, my God.
But as soon as you start, I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
It all depends on what you're trying to do. If you're just trying to look like someone for Halloween,
that's one thing, right?
We pretend we don't know the difference.
Yeah, we know the difference.
Oh, what a nation of geese.
Why didn't the Drake dude darken up a little? I guess he was
a little too scared.
Yeah, he knew.
He's not stupid.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, she had to know that people were going to go after her, but I think it's fine.
I do too.
I don't think she was doing it maliciously, so I don't have a problem with it. It's not malicious.
What is this tweet? Arizona student fired from internship after tweeting racist cotton field photos. Our inner nigger came out today. She tweeted that and thought it wouldn't be a problem?
You got problems.
That's kind of a stupid one.
That is pretty dumb.
That's good they put the advertising. It's funny, they won't write the word out, but boy, they have no fucking problem throwing an ad on before.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
What the hell's going on?
What's going on? There's so much music and fun and fellowship. What's happening?
A lot of fun going on.
There's Jason Paul Pierre. I hate his name. It's so long. I always fuck it up. It's a couple of white girls picking cotton in shorts and flip-flops, and they wrote, our inner nigger came out today. What are you thinking?
That's stupid.
How do you not think that's going to...
That's stupid. You're going to get in trouble for that.
Absolutely.
You should get in trouble for that.
No, but it's such... I understand why people are pissed at that, because there's no... what the fuck
racist.
are you doing? Yeah, that's kind of a fucked up one.
But it's not a joke. There's nothing creative about it.
It's just an intelligent, poignant thought.
Sherrod, obviously they should, of course they're stupid. Of course they are. They go back a little bit to the start.
Let's hear how they got it.
What the fuck are they thinking?
Let's play this.
First on Fox, a woman in the East Valley fired from her job after sending out a controversial tweet.
When people saw it, they contacted her employer about it, and they took action. Now, this is the tweet, and it is offensive stuff.
We know.
It uses the N-word along with some pictures and also her friends picking cotton. The woman who is behind the tweet is now apologizing. Our Ty Brennan just spoke with her. He's live in Gilbert. Ty.
Yeah, well, good evening, you guys.
Can you pause real quick? This is the news. A girl sent out a shitty tweet.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
That's news. A girl sent out a rude tweet. We've got our crack team on it. What happened? She wrote the N-word. I won't even say it, think it, or read it. Back to you in the studio. Am I fired? No, thank God I'm okay.
Imagine this tweet.
We can't even show it. The N-word. I don't know what that word is. I've never thought of it. What is the N-word? I wouldn't know. I saw it in a movie once. I walked out. What movie? I can't remember. I erased it from my memory. Thank God. Back to you in the studio. Oh, my God, that offensive tweet. Sent out by a white girl, of course. There was pictures and the N-word and cotton. We don't know what the heck happened. Why would that represent the N-word? Was there slavery? I don't know. I didn't go to school that day. I won't look at it. I won't think of it. Fucking shut up already. It was a shitty tweet. She's a dumb cunt for sending that out.
Yes.
You're really stupid if you don't think that's going to bother people. Someone contacted her employer.
It shouldn't have been on the news.
It's not newsworthy.
No.
It's not contact the employer.
What town is this, though? Where are we? Where are they? Where are these people? Arizona?
I don't know. Apparently Utopia.
Arizona. Fucking. Let's see how they play it out on the news.
Controversy, so much so that people decided to hunt down who sent that tweet. Turns out it came from an ASU student. She's 20 years old, and her name is Erica Escalante. Now, I want to show you that tweet one more time that caused all that controversy. It shows Erica and her friend in a cotton field, which goes on to use the N-word. We spoke to Erica today. She is now apologizing for the tweet, which really riled a lot of people up. She's a junior at ASU, and she was also interning at a Chandler-based company called Isogenics. Now, someone found out where she was working.
Isogenics? What the fuck is that?
No.
I don't know. I mean, it's like eugenics. I like that. They fucking kill you after a certain age.
What a dumb Mexican she turned out to be.
That was a stupid tweet. But I love how the news goes to talk to her. That's a slow news day. A college girl sent out a tweet with the N-word in it. We're going to gas up the truck and send the camera crew out there and give this more attention than when the black reporter shot the fucking people on camera because of... We're going to give more attention to her racially charged tweet than the racial motivations admitted by the black reporter who killed the two white people and then himself. Back to you in the studio, cowards. You fucking cunts. The fucking media, they gave that almost no attention. They had to mention it.
I agree.
His manifesto was all about race.
Yes.
And he was a gay black man, and he killed...
Was he gay, too?
Yes, he was.
I didn't even know that part.
Well, of course not. They fucking zipped right by that. This college girl sends out one with the N-word, and the whole fucking team is on it.
And they they buried the other story.
But if they found out this girl is Mexican, which she is, they're going to be like, there's no story here.
Yeah.
All right, let's push play on this.
She was immediately fired by that company.
Good.
Now, Erica told us she is not a racist, just was not using judgment at the time when she sent that tweet. Now, at 20 years old, people are going to say, Erica, you should know better than to use a word like that and post it on social media, which everyone in the world can see.
Well, yeah, people have been telling me that, and I do know better. My parents tell me, you need to watch what you post. Everybody tells me you need to watch what you post. And it was just a lack of my better judgment at the moment. I was not thinking at all. And people make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. You learn from them.
Shut up, bitch. What was the mistake? Posting it or fucking saying it?
And besides, I just don't like those people.
Yes, fuck her. Fuck you, you dumb twat.
I liked her apology, though. She sounded so stupid.
I love how they're showing her nervous hands.
I know.
Yeah,
She's like John Candy at the end of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Yeah, Barb died 8 years ago. Really? Did she, fat boy?
That was a sad moment in that film, though.
It was a terrible. I wept like a fucking child when I saw that. And however, I want to fuck Erica Escalante.
I would definitely fuck her.
I tell you, I would lick that vagina until she yelled that word at my face.
Ditto.
Fuck that racism right out of her.
Right out of her.
Right, Sherrod?
And then right back into it. The things I do to her.
No, I'd fuck, yeah. It's just it's a non-story. It's a non-story. It's a non-news story.
I'm a big fan of the fidgety hands, though. There's a close-up on her fidgety hands.
Yeah.
But she's embarrassed now. She's 20. She's dumb.
Yeah, she's 20. She said something stupid. Like, all right, so what? We all do.
It's like, don't tweet dumb shit.
It's like the difference is when I was 20, everything dumb I said wasn't out there for everyone to fucking see.
Yes.
But it's hard to have pity for her because that's the age group that would be all over you for something else.
Yep.
So...
Yeah.
You live by the sword, you die by the... I can never remember that one. You live by the sword, you die by some AIDS. You die by AIDS. If you sit on a sword without a condom, you die of AIDS. That's what I've been telling myself.
Go ahead, Erica.
Now, we did receive a statement from Isagenix, the company that Erica interned for. It says in part, we are shocked and outraged by the actions
I can't believe Iraka did that. Oh, Erica. Oh, Iraka, fat girl, didn't know any better. Get it?
Turns this past weekend, her actions and social media posts do not reflect the values we hold so dearly.
Absolutely. We never let our nigger out. Well, do they need to say that? Do they need to say it doesn't reflect our values? Stop it.
I think most would just assume that, sir.
Everyone, no one thinks your company has those values.
Until you say it doesn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, until you say, hey, that's not us.
We keep it in. We don't let it out. No one thinks your company is for that.
Because the intern said it on her Twitters.
No one thinks that.
Deleted her Facebook as well as her Twitter accounts, but someone out there is still using her picture as well as a Twitter name which was similar to hers to continue to tweet out racial material. She says this whole ordeal has really been a wake-up call how quickly things can get out of hand. She says that she also received a phone call from the dean at ASU. She has a meeting scheduled on Monday.
Good. You know what? They should throw her out of college, too. That's what you do.
In Gilbert.
No,
that's what you do. Throw her out of college.
She needs more education.
Absolutely. Get her out of college. She shouldn't be allowed to get an education in that school.
No.
They will throw her out of college.
I'm glad the dean's involved.
Of course they shouldn't.
She needs more education, not less.
The dean should get involved. That's good.
God.
Get the dean involved.
They just keep an eye on her, though. They're going to be like this. We heard what you said. And we're going to put you on probation.
Oh, my God.
At the school. Somehow African-American students.
It's so out of proportion. It was a stupid thing. But she's 20. She's not. It's not like she's a fucking CEO of a company.
Right.
She's a dumb 20-year-old.
Dumb 20-year-old.
She's embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know, that's embarrassing to have that. You say something so stupid publicly, you got to carry that with you. That's fucking, you know, there's a certain amount of public shaming that's okay if you say something that, because she didn't whisper it and get overheard. She sent that out for everyone to see. So, all right, you're being a fucking idiot. And that's offensive shit. Like, what do you think people are going to see when they read that? There's not even a joke there, really.
I like that, though. Every time somebody looks up her name now, though, that's what pops up.
Yeah.
Yeah. The story will end with her saying that she's taking a break from school. You know it.
Maybe.
You know it. Not. She's going to take a little break from school. Absolutely. Because she's probably going to feel the pressure of the students at the college.
And a little break means a permanent break.
Right. But that's how this ends. She has decided to take a break.
I hope
of
not.
absence.
Is that a picture of her in the fucking bikini in there in the middle?
No.
Forgiven.
Wow.
No, that's Miss Mexico.
Oh.
Same name, though.
Something I'll never do. Get it? Never mix Mexico.
Oh, shit.
You should see me on Pop Locking.
Good old Miss Mexico. My God.
Maybe we're jaded because I'm thinking as comedians, it's like none of it seems to matter. Like you hear something shitty, you go, all right, that was shitty. But for us, it's like, ugh. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not in touch with the way the world is looking at these things anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably part of that too.
Because there's nothing like, the way everybody, it's like, I certainly don't run around saying that to my friends, but it's like none of the words are so shocking to a bunch of comics at a table.
No.
I think everyone could acknowledge it's shitty, but to just, try to destroy her life now is ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Life should be destroyed.
I mean, I think she was going for a dumb laugh.
Yeah, I think so too.
Don't you think?
That was just a dumb one.
But
it's stupid.
Leave the jokes up to professionals.
Yeah, she should be forced to show a photo of her vagina. That should be her penalty.
That's her punishment?
Tweet a photo of her box.
Yes, open though, pulled open.
Yeah.
All the way
Not
open?
just sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, open it up.
With two of John's fucking, whatever his name is, JPP's remaining fingers. His two good fingers left in there.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah.
What Jimmy said, I won.
What's his name? John Pierre Paul? John Paulson?
Jason.
Who the fuck knows? I can't do that joke. God, am I flopping? Clorox. Boo.
Oh, yeah, Halle Berry's getting divorced. So we need to address that.
Who's she married to?
Yeah, the French dude. Did you see the footage of him pushing the airport worker with the baby carriage?
No.
Pull it up.
I already love
Violently. This was last week. I think this triggered the divorce.
Oliver Martinez.
Because he came off real violent in this video, boy.
Or maybe there was other stuff going on.
And he beat up that ex-boyfriend before. That was...
he beat up her ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because he was giving her shit about the kid. Remember, they had the kid, they had the whole problems going back and forth.
Oh, the ex was fucking with him,
he beat him.
He gave him a nice black eye. The right eye.
Was the ex being a dick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good for him then.
Seems like he might have deserved it.
But then this right here was undeserved. Here we go.
What's the setup here,
They just get
Sherrod?
off a plane. He's Halle Berry's walking behind him holding one of the kids.
Yeah.
And he just sees it's like paparazzi everywhere. But I guess maybe he mistaken one of the airport workers as paparazzi. But he took the baby's carriage thing that he's holding and pushed it against the guy's chest and knocked him over.
Here we go.
A lot of pictures.
It's a better shot, too. But yeah, you see the guy on the ground?
He knocked the guy over?
And you can see Halle Berry's face on one of them, too. He thought it was paparazzi. It was that one shot.
You know what? I mean, look at all those cameras going off. So that's a crazy scene.
Yeah, but he knocks over the airport worker pushing a wheelchair.
I don't think he did it on purpose.
Why did he knock Cab Calloway over? That's fucking. I don't think he's trying to just sing Minnie the Moocher as they walk through. Don't knock me down, you low down hoochie coochie.
Wow. Heidi, ho! He definitely didn't.
It was on purpose. You gotta see a different angle.
Look at that guy's shoes.
He didn't see that guy as a airport worker with a wheelchair.
Let's see what
There's
happens.
no way.
I don't see what happens. Let's see the other angle. Show the other angle. Poor guy.
Another angle.
Poor guy. Oh my God, it's Chris Rock. He looks like Chris Rock.
Yes, he does.
He looks like Chris.
I'll find the
Oh, God love him.
That's a crazy scene.
He was walking this way.
A lot of
went
cameras
this
going
way.
off too. A lot of flashes.
Yeah.
You can see Halle Berry's face like this.
Oh, you made a mistake.
Oliver Martinez.
Like, why?
Oh, you know what? They're
Guys, don't
All right, let me see.
back up. Back up.
Come on. Come on,
guys. Right here.
Am I wrong, or was the guy holding his phone out to take a picture of him?
He looked like one of the photographers, and he was really close to his left. He just happened to be next to a wheelchair.
Go back slow.
Look, I know I've heard stories about this guy, but
Right.
I think
He's a
he really thought that guy was getting way too close to his family.
Oh, maybe.
And that he was just another photographer.
No, but look, I think he actually is taking a picture.
Oh, is he taking a picture?
All right, well,
He's got
maybe.
camera up.
So he's trying to take a picture of Halle Berry. Fuck this husband.
Oh, he had a...
He's got a
his phone
camera.
out.
Go back
Oh,
a
that's
little
the
bit.
camera. Okay, let me see.
And he was really close on the left side.
kid. He had his phone out.
And then he pushes him over with the baby. How about this? If they don't want that problem, how about you ban photographers from that? In the airport,
and your employees definitely shouldn't be taking pictures like that.
They shouldn't, but you shouldn't get knocked over either.
You shouldn't get knocked over.
A giant celebrity like that, you take a picture of?
And I have a feeling if you want to go through an airport without getting, the photographers taking your shots, they have workarounds for this.
But why push over the guy who just has a camera?
Exactly.
The guy's giant cameras.
The guy's really close. He's the closest guy.
He was the closest guy, and he cut in front, but it looked like
I could see where he made a mistake thinking it was a paparazzi guy. He definitely didn't see the guy having a wheelchair.
Right.
He didn't see that.
No, he pushed him over the wheelchair,
which makes it worse because then he's on the ground with a wheelchair. That's never good.
Never a good photo op.
No. He definitely didn't see the wheelchair. Yeah, we're in agreement there.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It seems like the guy was really fucking close. And he's got his kids and.
How about
wife?
Well, that's a lot of temper.
How about you
coming
ban photographers? In the airport, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, you can.
Right.
Security, you can
put them on the street.
You're not allowed in here. You're not allowed back here. If we see a camera, we're going to arrest you.
Yeah.
He was using that baby seat as...
Yeah, he's a bit of a dick. What is Halle Berry saying when this happens? Is she like, oh my fucking...
They're getting divorced. So you can see in her face, she's disgusted by it.
She's like, oh shit, this is going to be a problem.
Yeah, she's got to deal with it.
They're probably fighting the whole flight.
But he didn't even really shove him down. He was just using it and pushing a little bit.
She keeps looking over her shoulder.
He's going to beat up some paparazzi or somebody.
I don't see him being... I don't know. I don't think he was that aggressive with the baby seat.
I didn't see the guy holding a phone before, so...
Holding a phone.
And taking a picture.
He definitely didn't see that the guy had a wheelchair. And this guy has a wheelchair because he's going to a plane, obviously. And then he stops going, holy shit, I want to get a picture of this. And then he's very close, and then the guy kind of uses it as a battering...
They probably said battering ram. Yeah.
Battering ram a little bit. But he didn't like...
The bassinet.
He didn't use all force.
Yeah. You think the guy took like a fucking soccer fall? Maybe like one of those pratfalls you take?
He probably tripped over somebody else.
It's a bad look, Opie.
It's not good. I'm not saying, but I thought the video would be a lot worse how you were describing it.
I mean...
all those...
I'm sure this guy's going to try to sue somebody. Halle Berry's getting divorced from the dude now because of this. They said this was the straw that broke the camel's back.
But all those flashes going off, too, that was a crazy scene.
They're walking... Well, she was married to Dave Justice. Let's slow down a minute. Let's pretend that Halle Berry's had a non-turbulent married life.
Yes. This for third?
Yeah.
Probably at least 3.
Yeah, Gator. She fucking was married. She was with Gator for a while.
It's bad.
I love that movie.
Why the fuck am I going to stay over here, motherfucker? She was so good in that, and so was he.
I'll do it. You know I'll do it.
There's nothing that makes me happier than Samuel Jackson in that movie.
I swear to God.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. Yeah. You know I'll do it.
Oh, God.
He's the worst.
I like getting high. Fuck, was he great in that, man. Holy fuck.
Gator should have had his own movie.
He should have his own sitcom. Get him in that movie. Because the rest of the movie with I always forget Annabelle or something, and Wesley, I didn't give a shit about their love story.
Yeah.
I cared only about Gator and his family.
Yes.
And Ozzie Davis and Ruby Dee.
And a cracked out Halle Berry.
Have you ever seen him, a sweatier man demanding... The tension in that scene where he's demanding money from his fucking mother, and the father's out walking that dog shit rat dog. Oh, was that good?
Whew, that was good. That has some Marvin Gaye in it too, with the father situation, how the father and the son.
You know what? That's fucking probably. You're right. I think you're right. I never made that connection.
Yeah. Troy just sent us something that he says this might be cool to discuss with Sherrod in studio.
Uh-oh.
You got a Japanese tourist using the N-word.
A Japanese tourist who lives in France was on vacation and used the N-word.
All right, let's see how she used it. Let's see if there's a good... If she has a dick in her, it's acceptable.
Yeah.
Slavery.
The white man called us niggas.
Yes.
Slavery, they call us niggas. And
yes.
you know that.
Yes, I know this.
Yeah. So why are you calling us niggas?
Only because of rap song.
Yeah. Okay. This
is my culture of my age.
So rap. So we're gonna have to deal with this rap thing, right? And mixed message. So tell me a little bit more about history. So you study history. Good.
Yes, I study history. We study history in France
and
about
you were very
the colonial.
Good in history?
No, very bad.
You were very bad.
Yes, at school I was really bad. Anyway.
Oh, what's your so what was in school? So have you heard of Champollion? Yo, Reggie.
What?
If you say, oh, give me watch it. Come here, little man. Come here for a minute. Not you. Come on over here. Yo, get the camera.
The worst porn I ever saw in my life.
Yeah.
You see him? You see who this is?
It's a little black kid.
Little kid.
Look,
maybe 8, 9.
And look at him.
Yeah, it's a niglet.
Now, do you see him as a nigga? Is he a nigga?
What do you mean?
You said that we are niggers. Now, is he a nigger too? Why not?
She said, why not? There's a language barrier, sir. She's not understanding something.
Oh, this is priceless.
Why not? That's not the answer he was expecting. He was expecting
priceless.
a big moment.
And she knows.
And by the way, he stole that from Richard Pryor.
What?
That annoys me. That moment, he put the kid there because Richard Pryor has that fucking moment in Sunset Strip where he says to himself, do you see any niggers? And he goes, no. And he goes, you know why? Because there aren't any. And that was with Pryor's inner monologue. This guy just stole that shit, and it didn't work, and that makes me happy.
That was funny. There's more to this.
Yeah, why not?
I'm not buying it that she don't know what nigga means. I'm not buying it.
Look at her face.
I don't give a damn. I'm not buying it
But
because
she's not
you
saying
in
nigger
France.
like how Americans was
I love
saying
that she
nigger.
said
It's
it.
not the same.
I loved how she said it because of rap music.
Yeah.
Here's why you know she's
It's
telling the
generational.
truth. If she was saying it with the anger, she wouldn't have that dumb look on her face.
Yes.
And she wouldn't say it to 10 guys when there's a little kid there. Why not?
Yeah.
Right.
She's answering too stupidly
And I
and
see
honestly.
innocence. It's innocence right here.
And this guy should be more perceptive to the way people are.
Do you mind if I go back so we hear the why not?
No, it's all I want to see.
Him as a nigga? Is he a nigga?
What do you mean?
You said that we are niggas. Now, is he a nigga too? Why not?
Classic.
That's the greatest audio clip ever.
Why not?
Oh, his big moment flopped.
Why not?
But the thing is, with this thing, you probably can say Jap to her, and she wouldn't even be offended by that as well.
She hears it in rap, and she
It's different shit.
understands it's a bad word, but she probably doesn't understand the visceral reaction that gets from people. She wouldn't be saying it that calmly.
No, she's like in her 20s Japanese girl. It's not the same thing. She probably only heard the word nigger from black people.
Yeah.
Only, strictly.
Strictly
ever.
That's a good point.
She never heard a white person say nigger in a derogatory way to a black person ever in her life.
Just in music.
Yeah,
that's the music. Only the music.
because no one white says it in music.
No.
Let's hear this.
I'm not buying it that she don't know what nigga means. I'm not buying it. I don't give a damn. I'm not buying it because you in France, and if you call our brothers niggas in France, they're going to check you. So I'm not buying it.
I never called someone a nigger.
Right, but you just called us a nigga. And you said that I asked you what is a nigga, and you said you out here. So I'm not buying it. You're a slick devil. You are just like your mother and your father. You are a liar, and I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it. You know goddamn well.
I just want to hear her talk.
Yeah. This guy just
quiet. Let her talk.
He's mad that his moment bombed.
Yes.
What a nigga is. So you can't come over here and say, oh, I'm from France. I'm from France. You can't call no motherfuckers in France niggas because they will beat your ass. So don't play no fucking
Let her fucking answer you,
We ain't
dope.
gonna be soft because her fucking voice is sweet and humble and try to be so fucking sweet. We ain't going for that. Don't call no black man or woman no fucking niggas out here. Don't do it a fuck again.
I love this. By the way, she's literally not intimidated by this guy at all.
No, not at all.
Good.
Why?
But he taking a teachable moment because it don't have to be an angry moment. And he could have just said that, and she didn't understand that was a derogatory thing.
This guy doesn't.
He's getting too worked up
because he wants to make this speech.
Yeah.
He's being fake. Like you know by the look on her face that she doesn't understand. She knows what it is, but she doesn't. Like you said, she has probably never heard white people saying that.
Never
in a slavery reference or in a fucking 1950s don't drink at that water fountain way.
Right.
And this guy's just trying for his video moment.
Yes, he is. He's being
He's like,
fake.
oh shit, here's my viral video. He's working it too hard.
And look at her. She's looking him right in the eye, and she's like
Taking every
how do you not
single
know she's
word.
being kind of
She
genuine?
seems sweet, a sweet woman.
Let's hear this. It's only's got eight seconds. Does she say anything?
Go. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
he throws her. This guy's a twat.
Get out of here. Because you playing fucking games.
Yeah, he just wanted to shut her up, and he's a douche.
But why is she not intimidated at all with this giant guy yelling at her?
She's just not. Because she's not lying.
And there's a
Because she's
language
not
barrier.
lying.
And there's a language barrier too, probably.
And there's nothing fake.
Oh God, you should have let her talk. She was hilarious.
Yeah, he was a dope. And the bottom line was she was not afraid because she wasn't lying.
Right. Yeah.
What a dope that
And
guy
she wasn't
is.
hiding anything?
No.
She's being
She had
straightforward.
She was not afraid of anything being uncovered by this guy.
Of course.
Yeah.
I got a wee, and then we got
Yes.
Evander Holyfield coming in.
Commander Evander's coming in
Why don't we
soon.
grab a quick break? Sherrod.
Oh, yes.
Sherrod's filming his pilot today, and you still got a chance maybe to be in the audience.
That's right. Come through today, 6:30 at Manhattan Center, 311 34th Street. And,
Just show up?
Just show up. We got you.
We tweeted
got
the
a little
info.
audience.
So the info's on Opie and Jimmy website.
It's going to be funny. It's quick
support
and funny.
Sherrod, man. He really helps us out with this radio show. So please do the right thing if you're in the area. And it's going to be fun to check out anyway.
Yeah.
And Jimmy.
I got Charlotte coming up next week. This weekend I'm here in the city doing nothing. But the Comedy Zone, which is an amazing room, November 5 through 7. Erie, PA, my first time in Erie. I'm getting a lot of tweets from Erie the weekend after, the 13th, 14th. Jacksonville, 19 through 21. San Francisco, December 3 through 5. Scottsdale, the 23rd of January. And Louisville's been rescheduled to February 4 through 6.
Erie, huh?
Yeah, a lot of places. I've never done Louisville. I've never done Scottsdale. I've never done fucking Erie.
I go Erie, the Mistake by the Lake.
Did they really?
I think so. That's
what my nickname was, because my dad fucked my mom by a lake.
Oh my God.
Oh wait, maybe this was the mistake because of Land of Lakes. He fucked her in the ass with butter on his dick. God damn, was that dirty and unfunny and breakaroo.
Sherrod Small in studio.
Yeah!
Race Wars tonight on this channel at 7 o'clock. Oh yeah!
I won't be there for that one, though.
Jimmy doing his advice show as well today.
At 3 o'clock.
A lot of live programming. And then Sam Roberts at 9 o'clock. We got Evander Holyfield in studio for the second time. Welcome back, Evander.
Hello,
Thank
sir.
you. What's going on? How's your morning going?
Great.
Yeah.
Team Holyfield.
I want one of those sweatshirts. Those are really great.
Awesome.
Well, you could buy one.
Oh, yeah, I didn't expect a freebie. But he's wearing it. It says, it's something, player, Team Holyfield. And on the back it says real deal. That's a great sweatshirt.
Yes.
Absolutely. And Evander's in here promoting the 30 for 30, Chasing Tyson, which I saw last night. Wonderful, wonderful piece of work there.
Oh, nice.
It's been your nightmare, chasing Tyson, and now to put it all out there is pretty. It's a good watch for sure.
All right.
Turn his mic on, Opie.
My mic on?
Yeah,
there you go.
Your mic's on.
Do you still work out every day?
Yes, I do. I do a couple days.
Shut up,
sorry.
Jimmy.
Well, I do. I get up 4 o'clock in the morning.
4?
Yeah, it's. I try to stay in that same routine that I did when I fought.
Right.
And these are the things that it's easy to continue to follow that path. And I do everything except sparring.
Right.
You jump rope, I run a little bit. I don't make it too hard.
Right.
You get up at 4. What do you do at 4 when you wake up?
I read the Bible in the morning. First thing I read the Word. Where I can get that established. That means that I'm keeping God first. Then afterwards, I do everything else.
How many times have you been through the Bible, if you had to guess, from cover to cover?
At least once a year. So I'm 53. So, but
wow,
I didn't start doing it. I ain't start reading like that till I got in my 30s.
Is there any part that you kind of like? Okay, like every book you read, there's got to be a part you love the most, and a part that you're like, all right, I'll get through this section. Is there a section that's your least favorite?
Well, I think the Old Testament, but I found out that all of it's great because the fact is that the old promises stuff work for you too, and it's good to know how everything originally came about. So the whole big thing is how you got to know how you got in trouble to be able to get out.
Yeah,
and so I found out that when you find out, well, this is how I got in it. Now you find at least you can tell somebody how not to get in. My mom used to tell me, me being who I am, my mama said, son, I was poor for you to be rich. And, as a kid, I'm like, I ain't know where you be poor for me to be rich. I ain't understanding.
Right.
Because it's the mistakes that she made. So everything that I became successful in, because what my mama said, hold your tongue.
Right.
So, me holding my tongue and not speaking out the first thing that comes to my mind. Mm-hmm. So the whole big thing is that when even in boxing, when people just talk that noise, now I wanted to talk because I knew I could, but my mama watched the television and she always gonna come and did I not tell you behind, and everything that my mama said just happened to be true. I got caught in everything I ever done, right? Because my mama used to say revenge is the Lord. And so somebody said something to hurt your feeling, you said something to hurt their feeling. Then all of a sudden, it bounced back on you. You second what they done. The person who do it second always get caught.
Was that how you did? Yeah. There's a moment in the Tyson fight when he bit you, and you said you fought the urge to go and bite him back?
Yes. I'm getting ready to mess him up. The plan was like, and the only reason why it didn't happen, only reason why I didn't bite him, is because this prophet had told me before the fight, these things going to happen. He didn't tell me. He said something going to happen in your face area, and he said, and you cannot get caught off because they do it. Revenge is the Lord. Don't you go back and do it. You can stay focused on God. So I had my other trainer who was a Christian, a guy named Tim Hallmark. And I told Tim, I said, you remind me, I told him now, if anything happen, you the one speak on this. Because he believed in the word of God.
Right.
Now, everybody else, they would have let me just go ahead and do what I was going to do.
But how great would it be if he bit his ear back? As far as watching the fight, wow!
It wouldn't even be no boxing no more. That's what been the time they could fold it up and say that's it for boxing. We probably would have lost the game, the whole sport.
It was a great moment in the 30 for 30 because you were questioning your own faith at that moment. And wow, this 30 for 30 is really good. How old were you when you first knew about Mike Tyson? When did this begin? You were like 14, I think.
No. The first time I met Mike Tyson, he was 17. And I was 21.
Oh, okay. Because he said he knew of you when you were 14.
Did he? Oh, well, I don't know how. But my whole thing is like, I was the guy that didn't supposed to, I was good.
Right.
I was good in boxing. Boxing was my thing. But didn't nobody black know I could box because we used to box and when we boxed at the fairground and people didn't pay the money.
This was in Georgia.
Yeah. Then nobody have no money to go.
Yeah, black people ain't gonna go. Yeah.
They ain't going to the fairground. Now all the white people knew who I was, but then nobody black know what I was. So I was always popular with the white people, but I was never popular with the black people. Okay. Then when Rocky came out. Then they see me doing it. Then they say, and because I lived in the ghetto, and everybody say, "You sucker, do you know you ain't white? You can't be no Rocky." And then all of a sudden, I make the Pan American team, and so my friend didn't even not know my name was Holyfield, because they used to call me Chub, right. Chub.
Chub?
Yeah.
Were you heavy?
No. That my mama called me Chubby because she named me after her friend, which was a girl.
Oh, okay.
So she named me Chubby. So everybody called me Chubby. So all my friends them know I wasn't fat. They say, "What's up, Chub?" Like that. But they thought I was better than them because my mom wouldn't let me hang out at the corner and in the street and dice and all that. I had to go to boys club. So everybody realized that he think he better than us. But I ain't think I was better than him. My mama just wasn't going to let me do it. I ain't want them to see me get killed. My mama going to kill me.
Wow. Who was your boxing idol?
Ali. I was told I could be like Muhammad Ali when I was 8 years old. But my coach that told me, said, "No, but you can't box like him." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because he do some things that you don't know the reason why he do it. But if you can tell me the reason why he holds his hand down, then you could do it." So I never could find out the reason why he holds his hand out because he was so quick. And so when nobody punch at him, if he holds his hands up, is to hold his hand down, they felt they had a chance. So once I found that out, I got in the habit of holding my hands up, shooting. I don't think I was that quick that I was just think about it. You got your hand down like this. Like right. God think he can hit you.
Right.
But if you faster than him, you catch him. And so that's the reason why he held his hand down.
The Laurel Man.
Yeah, just lure the guy in.
When did you first meet him? I'm sure you met him.
I met Ali in '84 after the Olympics.
Oh, you got so robbed. What a terrible.
I hated seeing that again.
That was so irritating.
Yeah.
Can you describe what happened in that? Because you were absolutely robbed.
Well, but the thing is that I was the unknown boxer that was there because the reigning light heavyweight champion from United States, a guy named Ricky Womack. He had just beat the Cuban, he had just beat the Russian, and all that. But the only guy that he couldn't beat me.
Right.
And so he was Howard Cosell's favorite. Ricky Womack, because he was braggadocious and all this, and he was just, Howard Cosell liked the guys that were like that. Now, I was real quiet. And so this guy, he won the Olympic trial. He beat me in the decision in the trial. So for me to make the Olympic team, I got to beat him twice. But Howard Cosell said, it's impossible you beat Ricky Wonderful Womack because he just knocked out the Cuban, he just knocked out the Russian. The two people who are not coming is a Cuban and Russian. He said, this is the gold medal winner anyway. So I asked Howard Cosell, and I said, did he make the Pan American team? He said, let me see. He said, no. And I said, you know why? He said, why? I said, because I beat him. I beat him twice. And he said, he looked in there, he said, yeah, okay. He said, but did you beat him back to back? I said, well, no. He said, well, that's what I'm saying. I said, well, I beat him back to back. He said, we'll see. I beat him back to back.
Wow. And they robbed you of that decision because was that the fight where they said that the referee told you to stop punching, twice. But he didn't until after.
Right. He said it after I hit, after the punch had land. Actually, he even counted the guy out.
Right.
He counted the guy out. Then he thought about,
right,
if I disqualify him, then my guy get the gold medal. That's what they did.
Wow. It's pretty obvious. He said stop after the punch.
After you could see his mouth.
How do you live with that, knowing that you just got robbed? I don't know how you wrap your head around that.
Well, you got to understand. I grew up in the ghetto. Everything went against me.
Yeah.
My brothers and sisters even did the same thing. It seemed like everything bad happened to me. But my grandmama always said, it's attitude. You have a good attitude now. Forgive and leave it behind you. Now, you got to think that in that time, we had 9 gold medals, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. I got the $1 million contract. I got the ABC contract because I helped my mouth, and Howard Cosell talk about, look at him, look how he stand. I didn't powder anything, and the guy pulled me up and raised my hand and all this and stuff like this. I wasn't mad with the fighter because
it's not his fault, right?
It's not his fault. And
he knew you had beaten him, though. It seemed like when he raised your hand, he knew you won that fight.
And also it becomes a bigger story because you got robbed, so you get even more headlines out of that.
And that's because people ask me, how did I get so popular? I said, well, 2 Super Bowls. I opened them up. I fought on Super Bowl day on ABC television because ABC was on ABC. Mm-hmm. And I had an ABC contract.
The Wide World of Sports that time, right?
Yeah, sure did. I'm saying, so I didn't even, with me being a kid, I didn't even know that on ABC is all around the world.
Yeah.
When I won my first world title in 1986, when I went to Paris. The people know I went to Paris. I don't know what they were saying. I just knew they was like, and they started blowing their horn and got out their car and stuff like that. I ran in the restaurant. and somebody said, "You Holyfield?" Yeah. They said, "Oh, they seen you on ABC television." I said, "We in Paris, ain't we?" Said, "Yeah, they watch Wild World Sports." And I'm so all these fights that I fought on ABC television, they've been sending me ever since I was a kid.
Who hit the hardest? I mean, you're ranked, I think, 77th on the all-time, I guess, puncher. I don't know how accurate that list is, but who hit you the hardest, and who was number 1 on that list? I'm going to guess Ernie Shavers. Is that
Foreman's got to be up there too?
No. They asked me who hit me the hardest.
Yeah.
And I tell them, I say George Foreman. I say he hit me so hard, my feet just it froze like this. And I said the bell rung and like this. And I remember coming back to the corner. I said, "Did he knock all my teeth out?" And they say, "No, you all right." But in the game,
even at that age, Foreman hit harder than anybody else.
I hit with the heart. I'm telling you, everything just froze, just stiff like that, like this. And then in 2 seconds I started moving my knees. Then all of a sudden, everything coming together.
Came back.
And so after that, so it was the 12th round. Now, that's the end of the 11th round. Then the 12th round, so we moved because the title of the battle was a battle of the ages.
Right.
Because I was 29 and he was 42. And what happened, everybody said, why did you hold the old man? You had to hold the old man. I said, yeah, but I beat him. I said, I beat him 11 rounds. I said, so you know what? I ain't gonna get knocked out in the last round. I said, no. How in the world I'm gonna win 11 rounds? I'm letting him, because everybody, they were arguing about you held them in the 12th round. I said, well, yeah. I said, look, I don't beat 11 rounds. I said, I said, I held it.
So he still hits that. That's really.
He still hit that hard at 42.
Yeah.
And in the 11th round, that's when he hit you with that punch that you thought?
Yeah.
So that was well into the fight. And well into 42 years old.
But then all you got to do is look. You see, the guy that beat me was what is the boy from Detroit?
Riddick Bowe?
Not Riddick Bowe.
Michael Moore.
Michael Moore.
Oh, right.
Michael Moore. Now he knocked Michael Moore out one shot. Boom. That's it, everybody. And Michael Moore said that was lucky. And I said, Mike, it's real simple. It can't be lucky if he's trying to hit you with it. I said, but you did what he did what his coach told him not to do. The coach said, stay away from him, Mike. You don't want him to fight, but Mike wanted to embarrass him.
Right.
And he got hit with that shot.
Right.
Bam, like this. And when I seen that shot, I said, boy, I did the right thing. Stayed away from that guy.
Well, you never, whoever beats whoever, you never know, because when you watch, the Ali Foreman, I mean, Foreman destroyed Ken Norton, he destroyed Joe Frazier, and those are guys that Ali had a hard time with. So it's like one guy will lose to one guy who will.
Because their styles are different, too, probably, right?
Styles make fight.
How many times did you get knocked out?
I ain't get knocked out.
Not many.
Never. I'm trying to tell him that. He's convinced he got knocked out. I'm like, no.
I never got knocked out.
I keep telling him that, but he's like, no, he did. I'm like, no.
That is amazing.
That's unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
I think we have the punch, if you want to see it. This is the punch that you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's a hard punch when you have to ask if your teeth are still there.
Let me see this.
Is this it?
You said it's the end of the 10th round or the 11th round?
11th.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't think I didn't know you never got knocked out, Holyfield.
No.
I know you could take a punch.
Amazing.
Everyone talked about how you could take a punch.
But, the thing is, as long as you see the shot, the shot that you don't see hurt.
Right. If it sneak up on you.
Yeah,
sure.
First thing you ask people, first thing you do, you ask, what I get hit with. Because if you don't find out what you get hit with, man, you get hit again, man. I'm telling you, it mess you up.
I'm always amazed with guys that get knocked out. Whenever they stand up, you can tell they're very disoriented. And they want to know what happened, and they're kind of hoping against hope that they knock the other guy out. And that's a very confusing thing, I guess, to get knocked unconscious.
I hate seeing a boxer so vulnerable. You know, like when Tyson got knocked out, it's like at that moment, he was so vulnerable.
Oh, and he put his mouthpiece in backwards?
All askew.
You were in the audience for that, by the way, in Japan, and you had a $12 million fight coming up.
The Buster Douglas thing.
Yes.
So the thing for them is the reality, Buster Douglas was a good fighter.
Yeah.
It's amazing how people would psych you up and say, because they don't know somebody, and they talk you into making you feel that this guy can't fight. Man, if you looked at Buster Douglas would knock people out with jab. Bam. He had a hard jab, man. He would knock people out, and he's a big guy. And see, the fact of the matter, I don't even think they actually gave Mike Tyson the credit he should have got. Mike Tyson's a little bitty guy.
Yeah.
And he fighting these big old guys, 6'4", 6'5". His arm's shorter than mine. His reach about that much shorter than mine. I'm like, he's 74, and these guys are 84.
Wow.
I'm like, and they outweighing him. And so the only way that I felt that I could be the heavyweight champion of the world, because Mike became the heavyweight champion of the world. I said, ain't no way in the world. If this man could be the heavyweight champion of the world, I know good and well I could be. My arm's longer than his. Yeah. I said, shoot, he can hit, he jabbing them guys. I ain't never seen somebody's arm that short and he can walk up and jab somebody.
Right.
He jabbed him.
It's amazing how boxers look at each other, because we're in awe of Mike Tyson, and you said, and he's a little bitty guy. It's just so funny how other boxers just look at this world much differently.
That leads to why chasing Tyson is so great, because you're ready to fight Tyson. You got a $12 million contract, was either signed or was going to be signed. Buster Douglas knocks out Tyson, and now instead of fighting Tyson in 1990, you don't get to fight him until 96, 6 years later, because then you guys were ready to fight in 92, and then he had his problems, obviously, and then he finally gets out of jail, and finally you guys fight in 96. Was that frustrating?
No, it wasn't, because you got to understand, I beat I beat Buster Douglas. I beat the guy that beat him.
Sure. Yeah.
And they switched around and said, well, you ain't beat Mike Tyson. I said, what they got to do with it? I said, my goal was not to beat Mike Tyson. My goal was to be the heavyweight champion of the world.
Exactly.
I was told at 8 years old I could be the heavyweight champion of the world. I wasn't told that I could beat Mike Tyson. I didn't even know nothing about Mike Tyson.
Right.
I said, so the whole big thing is that I was chasing titles. I was chasing the person who's going to be the champion. I wasn't chasing Tyson. My whole thing, I never had nothing that I had to really fight, no fighter. My goal was a fight for the title, whoever it be. You know, I'm saying, it's just like, you know.
But it had to be frustrating because the boxing world wanted to see that fight so badly.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't get into what
everybody else is thinking.
What everybody think. My mama said, son, if you get into trying to please everybody, son, you the only one gonna be unhappy.
Right.
Because you can't please everybody. Because my mom always said, you know, Jesus was perfect. And he couldn't get everybody on the side. You know good and well, you ain't perfect. You can't get nobody on your side, everybody on your side. So that's the way it is.
So they shouldn't have called this Chasing Tyson.
Well, you know, but he was the champion though.
Yeah.
He just happened to be the champion, and so the whole big thing, cause anything that Tyson said, everybody believe what Tyson said. Yeah. Now, I got to be one of the honest people in the game of boxing, but when Tyson told everybody I was a cheater, everybody started telling me I'm a cheater.
How in
the world can somebody?
That's true.
How in the world somebody gonna tell you I cheat and I headbutt them, and you see the guy jump up and headbutt me?
Well, can I go with that for a second? It was the first fight, and even Tyson came out and said, "No, man, that was not on purpose. Him headbutting me." He goes, "Look, I do the same thing. It just happens when you're battling it out in the ring." And even after that fight at the press conference, Tyson, he pointed to you and he gave you all the props in the world, saying you were the better fighter that night, and gave you nothing but praise.
What that what I'm saying? I'm saying it was that. Then all of a sudden. You said, then what would make somebody come in and talk to him and then it change his mind? All of a sudden, he get a different attitude. And I'm like, but I know that somebody had to tell him. And they started telling him, you didn't want to kill him, Tyson. You knew he had a bad heart. Now you know that he ain't got a bad heart. You can go in there and get it.
Right.
Like that. So this is what I'm like.
You think he was just spinning that just for the fight, just to put asses in seats, though?
But
it seemed
this is what happened when people come around. And so for one thing, I knew, like Mike Tyson, I knew that he respected me because his first wife, Robin Gibbons, said, you know, as an older fighter, he respects you more than anybody. He said he respects you more than anybody. He ain't gonna let nobody say nothing bad about you, but he ain't gonna let nobody say nothing good about you either. He just, can't nobody talk about Evander Holyfield whether bad or good. And he said, cause Mike have these mixed emotions. Cause he'll get mad if he like you. He don't want nothing to happen to it. He don't think nobody can whoop you and all this. But he don't want to talk about it. Right. He don't want nobody to brag about it, all this. And so it's that kind of mixed emotion. And like that. And so it's the fact of the matter is that I was the person that I was never going to say that. I realized that because everybody try to compare us. They say, if both of y'all from the ghetto, then why he act that way? And I tell them, I say, look, don't nobody choose their parents. I said, I didn't choose my mama. I said, you think I would have chosen my mama if I had a choice? I said, don't nobody choose their parents. I said, so, I said, I at least had a mother that was at home and a mother who, I just happened to be the youngest. She learned from all my other brothers and sisters to know what to do right by me. I said, now, my mama was actually the real deal. I said, I would have quit boxing at 11 years old. I said, at 11 years old, I lost my first match. I started crying. I ain't want to fight no more. My mom said, you going back? I said, she made me go back. I said, that guy beat me again. I had to go back again. I said, until the day that I beat that guy, I said, Mama, I beat him. I was so happy. My mom said, you ain't got to fight no more. I said, but I won. And my mama told me, said, son, in life, if you quit because things don't go your way, you'll never reach your goal. Then you not say you want to be the heavyweight champion of the world? Yes, ma'am. Okay, then you don't quit. Then when I turned 16, it was prom time. So I didn't want to go to Canada to fight. My mom said, what do the prom have to do with being the heavyweight champion of the world? And so all of a sudden I had to go, instead of going to the prom, I had to go to Canada to fight. I won the tournament and all that, but those type of decision is the person that I became because my mama helped me to that.
Right.
And,
that's amazing.
Yeah, put them priorities in line because you don't put the priority in line, things happen.
She seems like she was an amazing lady, man.
She was. I'm telling you, she wanted me to be better than her.
Did she? I'm thinking she passed away. Did she see you become champion?
Yeah, she said you become champion twice.
Oh, okay.
I said because after beat Reddy Bow. Now when I beat Reddy Bow, she son, will you please quit boxing? You got money. You ain't nothing wrong with you. Come on, son, please stop boxing. I said, Mama, this is my love. Mama, what else I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
And my mom said, son, she made me box and she don't even like to see me get hit.
Yeah.
Only thing that she worried about if in the scratches. Well, you ain't got no marks. I said, Mama. I'm talking, she worried about the looks.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm like, life is about performance.
She wanted to keep you handsome.
Yeah, you still look very unscathed.
Yes, you do.
You made it through.
Amazing.
And how old were you when you beat Riddick Bowe?
I beat Reddy Bow. I just turned 30.
See, that's way too young.
But you know what? They call you old at 30. I remember when I turned 30, they said, this old man gonna get back in the ring against Reddy Bow, who twice his size and all this.
Big boy.
Like this. And I beat him. And then everybody calmed down and said, you know what? He can really fight. Because most people think you ain't no comebacks. Yeah. Ain't no comeback. You just think about Floyd Patterson, the first person that ever been a heavyweight champion of the world twice.
Yeah.
You think about all those years. After all these years, he was the first person that ever been a 2-time champion. Ali was the first person 3 times.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm the first person 4. I'm like, so, it show you that you learn from these different situations and the person who make adjustments is one going to recover. But the art of the game that I tell people, I said, well, a person who made mistakes can tell you more than a person who did not make no mistakes.
Right.
I said, that's it. And so when I go and talk to people, so everybody realizes he wasn't perfect. I said, see, you see. So, I know what I'm talking about because I had to keep going back to the drawing board. Right. So anytime a person don't want to go back to the drawing board, they're not going to be successful.
Yeah. When did you get the respect from the press, you think? Because you got a bad rap over the years. Like when you beat Buster Douglas, even they're like, yeah, but Buster was out of shape. They always had some weird reason why you won the fight.
Well, yeah.
When did that finally turn around for you think?
In 96. I'm going to tell you what
96.
happened. Let me tell you what happened in 1994.
Okay.
1995. In 1995, I fought Reddy Bow. And before the fight, they were talking, they were asking what's going to happen. I said, what do you have planned for 1996? I said, I'm going to carry the torch and I'm going to be the heavyweight champion of the world. And they start laughing. Of course, I get stopped by Reddy Bow. And so I lose the fight. And they laughed. It wasn't even a press conference. They just laughed at me. They laughed at me. And I didn't get mad. I didn't get upset.
Right.
And I told them, I said, well, I'm still going to carry the torch. I'm still going to carry the torch, and I'm going to be the heavyweight champion of the world. Now, here it is, 1996. I fight Bobby Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
And before the fight came on, they showed every bad thing that ever happened in boxing. The reason why a boxer would not carry the torch. They showed this before the fight. All the bad, Larry Holmes jumping off, kicking people. Reddy Bow.
I forgot about that.
They showed
Off
all
the
these
police
bad. They showed all these bad things. I couldn't believe on HBO why a boxer would not carry a torch.
Mm.
So you know what? And so by me living in Atlanta, I went down and told the people, I said, I'm the only champion y'all have. Who in the world do y'all have in from the state of Georgia who did more than me.
Right.
I told that to Billy Payne and all this. And so, because I was asking I need to carry that torch.
Mm-hmm.
I need to like this thing. So, all that whole time when they're coming up to the thing, then nobody called me. And I'm wondering, well, I'm from Georgia. What? Then all of a sudden, I get a call, and somebody called me asking, do I want to carry it in my neighborhood? Man, I screamed and hollered at that lady so bad. And when I got off the phone, I had to get on my knees and, Lord, forgive me. I said, but I wouldn't think they would do that. Then all of a sudden, when all the time drifted away, and I started thinking about it, I made a mistake. I should have go ahead and carry that torch.
Oh, you didn't carry it through your neighborhood?
Well, no, I didn't carry it.
You just turned the whole thing down.
I said some choice words to that lady that wasn't even like me.
Sorry, I'm sure she deserves it.
I said, then all of a sudden, you know what? I blew it. Then midnight, the day that the thing, so they called me and say, Evander, and I'm like, it's a guy named Harvey Schiller, and he said he's the president of Ted Turner. He said, I got some good news and bad news. I said, about what? He said, about the torch. I said, I'm still in it. He said, yeah. He said, but I got good and bad news. Which one you want? Give me the good news. He said, the good news is that you're going to carry the torch.
Nice.
I said, what is the bad news? Yeah. He said, you're not going to like the thing.
Right.
I said, well, who going to light it? He said, I can't tell you. He said, plus you can't tell nobody you're going to run it either. He said, you got to come up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and we got to rehearse this thing and all this. Oh. And the first thing I said, I'm going to shut my lips and not ask no question because I don't want to lose out now. And so, and what happened?
Oh, we know what happened.
I came that morning. They told me, you're going to get more time. You're going to be the first person that you're the first person they going to see with the thing in the stadium. And we went through this thing and it was amazing. Everybody didn't do what they're supposed to do because it's a little tunnel. It's about 7 feet. Mm-hmm. And I'm in there, and they lit it in there, but they got water sprinklers in there. So they light it, and they leave, and if this thing flickering by my face, man, and it's burning my face. So, but I don't want the sprinkler to put it out because I don't want to be the one that messed it up. So I had to tolerate this hot plane, and I had to climb 15 feet up a ladder by myself, and somebody would have been holding it, they wasn't there. And so when I climbed up there, I get on top, they tell me 7 seconds, and I do 7 seconds, then he's told me, don't go the wrong way because you'll fall off 15 feet. So, so I'm looking to what direction to go, and I come out and see that beautiful girl there.
Yeah.
Now I'm supposed to pick her up when I come out, but everybody was white, and I couldn't tell who to talk to.
Right.
So,
we all look alike.
So and one thing went with just me and her, then. So she was sitting out there with all the athletes. So she's sitting out there, she's from Athens, and she with all the athletes. So when I come around there, it's dark, and I come around here, and I don't see her. So I got my hand like this, and I'm like, please, somebody come like this. I'm doing like this, and then finally this girl come out. I said, I don't know if this her, but come on.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
So we run. So we light the other torch to the thing. Now, she fighting over the torch. She said it's her torch.
So she's trying to take it away from you?
Yeah, because after we lit Jana Evan girl, after we gave it to her, and she said, the torch is hers. I said, no, it's mine. And she started crying. She said, no, it's mine. And so...
I love this.
Now, we're in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We're in Atlanta.
It's your torch. It's Atlanta.
So we're in Atlanta, and in Atlanta, they always going with the woman. So these guys said, Evander, go ahead and give her. We'll give you another one. I said, no. The fire was on this one. You give her another one. And she wanted this one. So she grabbing it. I said, look. And so the guy said, come on, man, don't be that way. I said, look, let me tell you something. You get the torch and I light it for her. I said, but the torch was on this one. I'm not going to do it. And they started getting mad because they were on her side.
Right.
Because they trying to get a relationship with the girl.
They're trying to smash. They're trying to smash. I get it.
I'm like, say, man, I can't believe y'all going to throw me on the bus like this. I said, I don't care about her crying and all this. I said, look, I had the torch when you came here. You didn't have one. Just like that, she got a torch by herself. I like hers, she gonna keep hers.
Right.
I said, you don't have one. You get the other torch. And these guys they were trying to, I ain't give it up. And like this, so they was upset. Then afterwards, now, all of a sudden, I look, it's Ali.
Right.
So when I see it's Ali, I said, oh, Lord, thank you. I was called, they were saying that a fighter wouldn't carry the torch. I said, we had two.
That's good.
We got two. And saying that kind of symbolized the passing of the torch.
Oh.
So now, when all this thing was over, I ended up fighting Tyson. I stopped Tyson. I beat Tyson. So everybody was talking about. And so when the press conference was over and we were talking, everybody was talking about and all this, and I walked away and I came back. I said, let me tell y'all something that y'all don't realize. I said, y'all remember in 1995 y'all laughed at me? I told y'all I was gonna carry the torch. I carried the torch. I told y'all I was gonna be the heavyweight champion, and everybody said, you know what? He said it, and they said, God, man, you know what? I said, but they had forgot about it.
Yeah.
I said, no. I say, it's just real simple. I said, I told you I was going to do it. Like this, and everybody was like, and people say, man, you know, that's amazing that in the point of you losing, it's your first time ever been stopped, and you told them, I'm going to carry the torch and I'm
you got the last laugh on it.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's amazing.
But did the little girl get her torch in the end?
Well, wait,
fuck that little Greek bitch.
She got one, but she didn't get mine.
I would love to see her trying to take one out of his hands.
She was doing. I was doing like this. I was like this.
He just held it away from her like a child.
Can you imagine you're fighting over the torch in that moment?
That was my torch. I'm just trying to tell her. I said, look, it's mine.
Yeah.
And it ticked me off with the guys. The guys, come on, man. You know, go give it to the lady.
Fuck that. You still got the torch? You still have it?
Yeah, I still have it.
Still lit. How did you feel about when you saw Ali? It was the guy they gave it to. You didn't mind not being the one who actually did that thing.
Well, because Ali did so much. Do you know? When I sit here, like I'm listening to everything they were saying, he was the most recognized athlete ever been to the Olympics, and they show all this humanitarian work, and so it show you that in America don't speak about that. They talk about this thing, these other things, but they talk about everywhere he go to the country, all his humanitarian work, and so the fact of the matter, so I realized that okay, this man bigger than what America think about it.
Yeah.
Because he do all this other work that they don't even know anything about.
They don't even recognize it.
Yeah. So I realized that he passed the torch on to me, and then, you know, of course, after I retired, you know, I do pretty much the same type of work that he do. I go to these different countries. I help out these refugees and all this. It's like what been given to us. If we got the spotlight and we could position ourselves in ways to help people bring more attention to a cause that will allow other people to be able to help.
Definitely.
Right on. What a great story.
That is great.
And the
inside stuff.
And the special that we're talking about, it's really great. It's called Chasing Tyson, and there's a lot more in it than we even discussed. There's too much stuff to talk about in a short interview. Tuesday, November the 10th, 8 o'clock on ESPN. It's a 30 for 30 Volume 3 finale. And it's EvanderHolyfield.com and Holyfield on Twitter. That's one L.
In a way, it kind of made me sad because I grew up loving boxing, and I was reminded when you and Tyson were out, that was pretty much it for me, I think. I might have lasted maybe another year or two, but barely. I mean, you guys were the golden age, man.
They carried it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Starting with Ali all the way up to, Tyson and Holyfield.
What do you think now? Like, what do you think about the boxing world now compared to, like, UFC? Is it a future in boxing now, or is it going to be extinct in a couple years?
Well, what it is people like myself, me and Mike Tyson, and all these other fighters. You got to pass the knowledge on. Yeah. It's just like if your parents don't give you the knowledge, you're not going to be better than your parents. Yeah. Your parents got to tell you where they wrong at, and they got to tell you where they were right at. And so this would take it to a whole nother level. And so I think that it is selfish for us to say, oh, this next generation, man, they just don't know what to do. What are you doing to everybody's, like with me, I know it starts at home. Success starts at home. Failure starts at home. Because this is what happened when you don't give your kids the knowledge and to be able to tell them, say, look, I made these mistakes. Like I'm always telling my kids, like my 6 older kids, and everybody say, you're a grandfather? I said, no, I'm not a grandfather. Why? Because I told my kids, I said, look, hey, let me tell you something. This is the mistake that I made. I thought because I had money, just because I have money, it don't make no difference how many kids I have. I said, so I got myself in a bad situation. Look, you don't want to do that. You don't want to split your earning up like this. I said, because it ain't going to work. I said, you don't have enough time to be going all over the world to see everybody.
Right.
I say, so you have to admit to your mistakes and things that you have to turn from for your kids to be successful. But that's the same thing in boxing too. I go out and I speak to different clubs and all this and tell them this is how you become successful. And you cannot take this stuff for granted. If you're gonna box, you got to start at a young age. You don't wait till you're 19 and 20 to start. The only thing that you want to do is knock somebody out instead of working the technical part. Mm. Great heavyweights, they watch little guys. You learn how to fight like the little guy. The person who fight like the little guy is the one going to be good. Mm. And you fight like a big guy, man. The only thing you're doing is a hug and then throwing 2 punches and a hug, then throw 2 punches. I'm like that. Don't nobody like that. They like technician. Mm. And you look good if you knock somebody out, but y'all be holding, hugging, wrestling, and all this stuff. People want to see somebody get knocked out. They want to see some combinations like that. And so these are things that you learn from the little guys.
Mm. You got to go. Unfortunately, they're telling us we got to get Holyfield out of here. This was awesome.
That was amazing, man.
Absolutely.
That was great. So great to meet you.
We had your pal in 2 days ago.
Holy
Mike Tyson was sitting right in that seat. What a week for us. We get Tyson and Holyfield in 1 week. My God.
Unbelievable.
Anything else you want to promote, Evander? You want to promote the team Holyfield?
We good.
Yeah. Where do they go for that?
For the sweatshirt.
For the sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Don't you got a clothing line, I think?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, there we go.
Yes, we're going to work out a little deal for me to get one of these in a small. That is a terrific sweatshirt.
I love that sweatshirt.
That's really nice.
I guess if you go to EvanderHolyfield.com, you can get there.
Yeah, there's a shop.
And on the EvanderHolyfield.com, there's a great shot of him, I think, punching Foreman. They don't show the Foreman punch that almost knocked his teeth out. They're showing him really crunching George's face.
Oh, boy, are they. All right, we're done. Sherrod, thank you. Sherrod will be back later tonight doing some more live programming for us with Race Wars with Kurt Metzger.
Oh, I won't be at Race Wars. I'm doing the TV pilot tonight.
But Race Wars will be on.
Yeah, Kurt's doing it. Yeah.
He'll do fine. He'll do fine.
And my advice shows today at 3.
Yes, and
Manhattan Center though at 7 p.m. Come at 6:30 if you want to be part of the new show that I'm doing, the pilot TV show.
Yeah, you get to see freaking Sherrod filming his pilot today.
Behind the scenes, it's fun stuff.
We got the info on our Twitter, Opie and Jimmy. Thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.